Happy Friday, everybody, and cheers. Welcome to the Friday Night Live Listing Show. I'm your host for this evening, coming at you from a very busy Jiminy Flip at headquarters today. Just finished a Whatnot record auction at like 5:30ish. Went on a 4. Ran upstairs, made a quick meal for family, ran back down, and I'm ready to list. Had a good sales day too so far. It's only 6 o'clock, so the night is young, right? Especially out west, it's only 3 o'clock. But how's everyone doing? Talk to me about your sales. Talk to me about your strategies. I wanted to bring up something that I thought was kind of interesting that occurred to me just yesterday and has spilled over in today. So don't be shy. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm out of breath. I apologize, but I will be back shortly. As far as breath goes. We're going to do a listing show again. We still have tons of ads from that one magazine, the Lucky Magazine. If anybody sees a May 1948 issue of Life magazine, I dare say no matter what week it's from, because they usually are from like the 11th to the 18th, they're weekly. But however, if you see a May 1948 issue of Life magazine, for anything reasonable, $1, $2, even $2, go nuts. Go $5 for the magazine. Somebody thinks that they're getting a great deal, getting their $5 for your magazine, you're going to make hundreds on it. So again, May Life magazine, 1948. I might even say a bolo and a half on that one. Who knew? Who the heck knew? Got some people in the house, but nobody's saying hi. Is everybody quiet tonight? Is everybody pondering life? Is everybody licking their wounds from a lousy day on the reselling front? Is everybody having a good day? I did want to speak a little bit, like I said, to something. Let me just clear this on my other computer. Okay, we're clear. Hey, Keith Nelson, welcome aboard. Are you new to the program, Keith? I don't think I've seen your name, but welcome. Great to see you. Welcome. Yeah, I wanted to talk really quickly about something I did yesterday. I've talked many times on these shows and chat shows previously about my disdain, not really disdain, that's a little harsh, but my lack of success when it comes to sales, to running markdown sales on eBay, putting a series of products on sale for a specified period of time. I really haven't had, hey, Keith, Vinyl Whatnot, what's up, man? Welcome. Yeah, I just finished the Whatnot show about a half hour ago. Thanks for joining that. That was a lot of fun. And thanks for joining me on YouTube. You'll see it's a totally different kind of program here on YouTube, but not always. On Whatnot, I've done 2 types of products so far. I've done the print ads, which is kind of what I do here on these live chat shows. They're old vintage magazine advertisements that sell for great money. Hey, Jeff. No problem, man. Hope they're full with ads. Hope you're listing those ads. But Keith, yeah, and then on I do that, like the advertisements, ephemera in general, which I'll be getting into more on Whatnot as well. But tonight I did my second vinyl auction. It was pretty cool. I learned that nobody cares about country music, and that's fine because I can't stand it either. So I was trying to get rid of some of the records. But I do like some of I like Johnny Cash. I like, the obligatory handful of guys you kind of got to enjoy. Old, quote-unquote, country. But the other stuff did so well. Rock, Beatles, or I was going to sell. I sold a Madonna live record. I sold a Bangles live record. What else, Keith? Sold a few records. It was kind of cool. It went a little longer than I anticipated, which was fine with me because, and here's another hint. I know Dave Papergoy over at $1 Million Peddlers, excuse me. He does this a lot too in his auctions. Let's say you've gone through your 30 items, whatever you had originally scheduled for Whatnot, whether they're lots or individual items. It's good sometimes to go back and let's say the first 2 or 3 didn't sell or whatever, a portion of them didn't sell. At the end of the show, it's a great idea to kind of recap because you got a lot. It's a very fluid place, Whatnot. People come in and out. They dart in for 5 minutes. They leave. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations, Keith. I hope you do great. Let me guess, you're going to sell some vinyl? But anyway, people dart in, dart out, and it's a really good idea to do a recap. I kind of borrowed that from Dave Papergoy. He does, he calls it last call or something. It's a cool name. But basically, it's just if something didn't sell earlier on in the program, and let's say you're on for an hour or two, there's a really good chance that the people who are watching you towards the end of your show weren't on in the beginning. And that's what happened to me tonight, which was kind of cool. I went back and said, hey guys, I had a couple of Johnny Cashes which didn't sell, and one or two people that were in the chat, towards the end of it said, yeah, I would love some Johnny Cash. So I just put up that auction again, and they both sold. I think 3 or 4 items that I hadn't sold earlier in the show wound up selling. So that's a really good idea, and kudos to Paperboy. I don't know if he's watching, but great job with that one, kind of doing a recap at the end. Nobody says you have to just, oh, well, it didn't sell, that's it. Go back to it, No harm, no foul. And I actually asked it was a great group of people tonight on my Whatnot. A lot of fun. A whole new vinyl crowd, of which Keith is a proud member. So thanks again, Keith, and good luck with your Odyssey on Whatnot. It's a lot of fun. There's a learning curve, like everything else, but I'm a savvy veteran. I think I have 5 shows under my belt. I got approved at the end of May. You did Facebook sales? Yeah, recaps are a great idea. I wish I had known that the first couple I did, I had very few unsold. It was more of the paper stuff. And then the last paper one, I don't want to turn this into a whole Whatnot show, but the paper show I did yesterday, I bailed after like 15 minutes because there were just no takers at all. It was the middle of the day. It was like 2 o'clock. And I think it was just a lousy time of day. So that's all part of the Whatnot thing. You want to see what time your audience prefers you to be on, what day of the week works best. So I'm bouncing all over the place trying to find my own little, spot in the world, my own little corner of Whatnot. But nice time tonight, Keith. I really appreciate you showing up, and then follow me over here on YouTube. Feel free, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. I'm going to make a bigger push for that just in general, guys. I mean, I have a lot of people that come in. Hey, and here's one to Paige. Welcome aboard, man, with a rock and roll guitar. Speaking of which, my regulars to Paige, certainly one of them. But if you guys know anybody else, please spread the word about my channel if you're interested in this stuff. I'd really appreciate it. I'm still just short of 700 subscribers. We started in January. Hey, Carlos, welcome aboard. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Keith, very much. If you would too, please just spread the word about my channel. See if you know anybody that might be interested in this kind of stuff. We talk about just about everything under the sun. This is a listing show, Keith, just so you know, because you're new. I do a listing show, a live listing show with my viewers together. We kind of collaborate. Mostly it's been this vintage paper that we talk about. But maybe we'll introduce some. I was talking on Wednesday was my last show about doing some 78 records. Maybe you can contribute. I don't know if you know anything about 78s, Keith, but if you do, feel free to chime in. Everybody's welcome, to contribute and give their ideas about individual items. But we have that, and then we have a chat show every Monday night at 7. I have a co-host with me, Travis Griffin, who was out on vacation last week. So we did. Is this the 3rd listing show we've done, guys? I forgot. No, Monday I had a concert. I'm have another concert tomorrow. I play in Beatlemania. I have another show tomorrow, so I won't be on tomorrow. Well, anyway, enough about me. Keith, I really appreciate it. And hey, welcome back, Carlos. But yeah, Whatnot is it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of bouncing around. You kind of have to learn. There's a few people that we talk about all the time, buddies of the show, Popeye, of course, who was absolutely dominating in the postcard arena out there in Whatnot. He's somebody to be admired. He's got 3 or 4 shows a week. He's consistent. He has an incredible group of people that always show up to his shows, and he makes tons of money every single. I think it's wonderful. I think it's amazing. He deserves it. He's a great guy. I've liked his channel for years. He vanished from YouTube a couple years ago and then came back, which I know a lot of us were very grateful for. And now he's back with a vengeance and just dominating over there on Whatnot. So check out Popeye anytime you can. Popeye's postcards on Whatnot and YouTube. 78s are hard sell. Yeah, it is. But on eBay, they sell, Keith. I don't know how much you do with eBay or if you sell on Discogs or anything. I sell 78s pretty frequently here on eBay. I haven't dared bring them up on Whatnot. It seems to be a younger crowd in general. Don't want to stereotype, but it definitely seems to be a younger crowd. Which you kind of learn as you do these auctions more and more, like different types of things. Tonight is a perfect example. The records, those country records. I sold a few of them, but how many people, you remember people like, you got any rock? You got any 70s rock? That's what everybody wants, which is fine with me. I was playing Zeppelin Physical Graffiti the whole show. So obviously I'm a big fan of 70s rock, as they say. Speaking of which, Rootin', what's going on, man? Did you? The Toy, sure. I've heard the name, but I couldn't tell you what they sang. Where'd you pick them up? At a estate sale, or where'd you get them? Record shop? Good to see you, Rootin'. Yeah, man. Well, again, welcome to Keith, our newest member. Welcome aboard. Please, guys, I want to get to this stupid 1,000 subscriber mark. So, 70% there. There's a series of not landmarks. What is it? There's a series of thresholds or benchmarks you have to hit on YouTube to get monetized for your videos. I got 3 out of the 4 already. I say already, it feels like forever, but it really is only, what, 5 months? A little over 5 months. And the thing that's holding me back still is the subscriber thing. And I definitely don't, I love the group I have, and we seem to be regulars, and we talk on here constantly, but I need some more. So, of course, 99.99% of that is on me. I need to create content that people want to subscribe, and I hope I do that. I'm going to be doing a lot more regular videos. I've become a live guy. It's out of control. 3-4 days a week I'm doing live shows, which I really, just because I really like doing them, and I love talking with everybody. But I need to get that subscriber count close, because I remember when I first started on YouTube, I was talking with Travis about it, and it seemed like insurmountable. Originally, the one of the thresholds or benchmarks is 4,000. What is it called? 4,000 hours viewed or something like that, or 4,000 watch hours, they call it, right? I thought that was going to be the part that was like, oh my God, 4,000. Think about, divide that by 24. How many hundreds of days or whatever the math is of viewership? I'm like, my God, I'm never going to get to the 4,000. Well, I'm at 3.9 thousand, so I'm so close to that one. And that would be 3 out of the 4. But I'm still, the subscriber thing is kind of lagging. I'm mired in the 600 still. I'm a little bit short of 700. But it will be, once we get to that 1,000 mark, all of you guys will absolutely enjoy it with me. We'll do a whole show with giveaways and fun stuff. And hey, Barbara, welcome. So please, yeah, I want to appeal to everybody, that you guys that are my regulars, just reach out to some people that might be interested in my content. I'd really appreciate it. Spread the word a little bit more, because I don't think I'm doing a good enough job of doing that, of trying to get new people. I'm so happy with the group I have already, but I just want to get to that lousy 1,000. Get to the 1,000, we'll do a big party, we'll have a ball, and away we go. So please, thank you. I will probably appeal to you 10 more times tonight, but this was the first one of them. To all my guys, like Rootin', grab some LPs, yes. You actually saw on eBay 90%. Oh, cool. Oh, that's awesome. Do you own a record shop or something, Keith? A junk sale. Nice, man. DePage encountered, and Keith might speak to it, we encountered a whatnot glitch tonight. It was my first real bad one. Yesterday we had some issues too, connectivity problems. Tonight was like, again, let's just say you have 20 lots up for sale, right? And it's numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. One that had sold already and I unpinned suddenly came up again, and a timer went off. Another one, the timer never stopped. Like, it was just silly little things like that. And I ended, what time did I end, Keith? 5:30. I went on at 4. And I think it's just a matter of their system being slightly overwhelmed. They've had incredible success in a really short period of time. And I'm sure that they're stretched to the limits as far as servers and all that good stuff. I think they do an amazing job overall, though. The people at Whatnot, I mean, and I'm sure you guys all saw, I forgot the gentleman's name, but he was like the marketing manager, was on with Dominic on his show about, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. And he talked about all these great things that are, coming shortly from Whatnot. So I can't wait to see that stuff. Can't get enough of you, baby. Not as in can't get enough by a company, right? Yeah, there you go. That would be a cool idea. I think you mentioned that once before, Rootin', right? That's a good idea. Hi, Barbara. Merry Christmas. It's always Christmas with Miss Angro. Good to see you. Barbara, you know anybody? That might dig my content? Please let them know about it. I got to get to this 1,000. It's starting to bug me. The closer you get, come on. It's so close. I'm not really so close, but relatively speaking, I'm right on the door of that 4,000 watch hours, which I thought I would never hit. So I'm very surprised that came before the subscribers, but that's okay. And then sell the entire stuff. Oh yeah, has it really pudding? First of all, welcome. That's awesome. Yeah, let me talk about, I want to tell you really quick, guys, and you can keep, contribute your techniques and whatnot on Whatnot. What I did is, I was talking earlier about how I usually don't do really well with the sales, the markdown sales on eBay. I've tried it across product lines, not just, I have way more than just these print ads that we always talk about. I've tried them with Disney items. I've tried them in collectibles in general. I've tried them with everything, records, 78s, and, incredibly modest success, if you want to call that. Maybe you get a sale or two, and when you're putting up like 1,000 things, you want more than a sale or two, right? Well, anyway, on today is Friday, right? On Thursday, just yesterday, I have about a little over 100 pieces of vintage sheet music currently up in the store, like 102, whatever. So I'm like, all right, that's a little sample, right? I did a sale, markdown sale, 20%. Back up a minute. What I did was I kind of borrowed Don, the auction professor's idea on his show last night I was watching, and basically his philosophy recently has been delete, sell similar, right? Or remove and sell similar. So I did the 100 sheet music pieces, took them all down, sold as similar. So they're all fresh, new sales, right? New items, new item number. And then I, like he suggested, I immediately started a 2-day sale with the thought process behind that is that when they first go on sale, supposedly on eBay, it'll say, hey, this item's on sale, right? So you get that initial rush of activity. And I had it end today with the hope that on day 2, it says this sale ends in X amount of hours, right? Guten Tag, Audie Mike. So that's his philosophy. And I tried it yesterday with the 100, I keep wanting to say print ads because we're always talking print ads. Sheet music pieces, 102, I think it was. And immediately yesterday, I got 3 sales on those 3. So that means it's 3%, nothing to write home about. But I was really encouraged that at least it seemed to work. And now that, what's the term they always use? Hurry, act now, be the first 10 callers. The phony sense of urgency nonsense that is a marketing 101 kind of tool that apparently works with people. I don't know why. But I'm trying to get both sides of that, right? The initial rush that you have a series of items on sale, followed immediately the next day by hurry, act now, sale ends at midnight or whatever time I put in there. So I was pleasantly encouraged by that. But beyond the silly little 3 sales, which is still cool, that's 3 sales I didn't have the day before, right? What amazed me was it seems to, for whatever reason, all of a sudden today I had like 15 sales, outside of the sheet music stuff. It seemed and like silly things that have been out there forever. We did my wife used to work in an office that unfortunately went belly up as a result of the whole virus thing. And they had to close the physical office, and they were friends of ours, kind of the guy that runs the business. He's still in business, thank goodness. But anyway, we had the run of the store. We could go in there and take anything we wanted. And I did. And I took all the computer stuff. I'm a computer guy too. So I sold a bunch of pieces. Well, anyway, there was like 3 surge protectors that had been sitting in my store for a year and a half. All of a sudden, all 3 sold today. Same guy. Things like that. Stuff that's been sitting there forever. I have no idea if there's a correlation between activity brought on by doing that sale thing. I don't know if it's just luck of the draw. That's the thing that stinks about eBay. You never really know for sure. And the temptation is to get really down when things are lousy and really high. Like, wow, I sold 15 things today. I'm back. And then tomorrow we might crash again. But anyway, that's my story. I did have success with that sale, at least in the sheet music thing. I'm hoping that since it ends tonight, I think it was midnight or 3 a.m., whatever I guess it's 3 a.m. because it would be midnight West Coast. Let's see if we can squeeze out another 1 or 2 with those. But the thing was, I used a sample size of 100 items. It's a decent enough sample, but it's not like putting the whole store out like I did previously, where I took down all 3,000 something listings and redid them all. And I got a quick little, I didn't do any sales after that. So that's going to be my next thing. I'm going to keep exploring things like that, like take 100 of a certain category or whatever in my store, take them down, sell similar, and immediately throw a quick 2-day sale on them and see if it just, rejuvenates activity within the store itself. Because I just think it's again, you never really know for sure. But, suddenly I had like 5 or 6 more sales than I had the last couple of days in one day, and crazy stuff that's been out there for a while. Anyway, that's my story. Let me know what you guys think of it. And that's awesome. The puddings worked. Oh, you just started selling on. Okay, Junkyard Records. There you go. Cool, yeah. Everybody check out Keith's Facebook. Junkyard Records. Cool name, too. I agree totally, DePage. I have confidence in them. Just even based on that conversation with Primetime a couple of weeks ago with the marketing guy. I was going to say kid. He's a young guy. Probably 30 years old. But anyway, he seemed really bright. He took everybody's questions and criticisms, which is typical, right? And he took them all with a grain of salt, and he provided really good, almost instantaneous responses to everything. Like nothing kind of caught him off guard. And most of the questions were really about the shipping thing. They used to have the dollar shipping. Dawn Wright is who. Welcome, Dawn. Good evening. He took all the questions in stride. He came back with really good answers. The thing with which you will see very shortly, Keith, now that you're approved, vinyl you can't send it media mail yet through Whatnot. So your choices when you set up, you'll learn all this when you're setting up your first couple auctions, but you have to put a weight in for each one. Given the fact that people might buy several of your records, they're absolutely going to be priority mail. So just be aware of that, because some people are frightened off by the cost of shipping. It's a problem in the whole vinyl community on Whatnot. But according to this kid on Whatnot that was on the marketing guy, he said that they're absolutely working to try to get media mail, which would be a game changer, obviously, for the vinyl sellers out there. They have that on eBay. They have that on everything else, but never worked for me either, Rutan, until yesterday. And really, just if you think about it, to the tune of 3 lousy items, but it's 3 items out of 100, 3%, not great. And there's another thing Don always says: would they have potentially sold anyway if I didn't put them on sale? Who knows? But more intriguing to me is the activity it seemed to kick up in my store in general. Maybe the philosophy is that when you put things on sale, you might just get more eyes in your store. eBay likes eyes on stores and activity and pushes your items out. I don't know. All speculation. It's a shame we have to get into such ridiculous detail about this stuff all the time. We're always left wondering and scratching our heads and trying to split the atom again. But that's what eBay does. It's still a great platform to sell on. We all complain about it. I was going to say something else. We all complain, but most of us stay there. Guten Tag, Artie Mike. Can you check this on WorthPoint? Artie Mike, I could check that on Monday, because it is actually Mr. Griffin's subscription on Whatnot. But save that, okay, Artie Mike? Or send me an email with it. Jiminy Flip it at Gmail with your item, and we'd be happy to look it up on Monday on the show, okay? DuPage, I did an instant coupon thing a couple of weeks ago, and it was doing well for me too. But again, for a brief shining moment, for a couple of days, and then it kind of just came back to normal. But that's good to know that you're having success with it. Dawn Wright is who. Welcome, Dawn. Canadian, yes. Our resident Canadian, Betty Boo. Hey, CJ, welcome. You just finished up your box of grape nuts, CJ? I need to get more. Yeah, it is. I mean, you'll see when you look at again, if you just got approved, you have to watch some of those videos. I do suggest that if you're new to it, Keith. They have a pretty good set of instructional videos on Whatnot, like once you're approved as a seller and all that. Did you intend, they have like a little orientation video conference thing that's like 20 minutes, and you do a test at the end of it. It's really simple. But anyway, you'll get turned on to something called your seller dashboard, and you'll see all the detail, the gory details about shipping records on Whatnot. They all wind up basically being priority mail. So just set expectations about that. Make sure when you put your records up, that you size and weigh them appropriately. Big smile from Dawn. Do I have any luck promoting my items on eBay? I do. I mean, I go up and down with that too. It's another thing I play around with a lot. I don't like stick to one standard amount. I don't have everything promoted. There's certain items I know. Being a record guy, Keith, Beatle records, like I have a bunch of the mono, the 2014 reissues on mono, which are highly sought after, and all go for like $150 to $200. I don't have any of those promoted. There's no reason to do that. It's the Beatles. A lot of Disney stuff I don't promote. It's Disney. But more common items that might be out there amongst many people, I will promote. And when I do, I think right now I'm at like 2%, because they made everybody go to 2%. I'm sure you all saw that too, right? Lovely little letter from eBay. Kind of snuck an email out to everybody about a week or two ago that the new minimum is 2% as opposed to 1%. So if you want to play, I think that takes effect shortly, another week or so, 1st or 2nd of July. Weeda. Oh, that makes it easier. Can we call you Weeda? Hi, you ran 2 sales for 3 days. Each over weekend, 15% off, got 0 sales. Yeah, see? That's crazy, Weeda. I don't, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if there really is any rhyme or reason to any of this stuff we're doing. I don't typically have any results usually when I do these sales. And if you heard at the beginning a couple of minutes ago, I mentioned I did a 20% of my sheet music, 100 pieces for just 2 days after now the key here, Weeda, just to bring this up, did you take down some listings and sell similar and then do a sale on those items? Because I guess the thing is you're getting the ultimate bang for your buck. You're getting the boost from an item being new, When you sell similar, you get the new item number, and eBay likes new items. And then you pound it with a quick 2-day sale on top of that. It's a 1-2 punch, and that's kind of how Auction Professor Don was talking about this in some detail last night. I took note of it. I tried it yesterday, and again, nothing great, but 3 of the sheet music sold, that had been sitting there forever. So I'm happy with that. And more importantly, like I said, aside from the 3 sales, it kickstarted. I got all these extra sales today that for stuff that's been sitting there a while, dormant almost, computer equipment. I sold an audio piece that I've had up. Actually, I listed it yesterday and sold it today, $50. Very happy with that. A USB audio connectivity thing, which I'm using now. You have found that ending sell similar and promoting above suggested rates generated a big increase in sales. Yeah, they just want our money. That's what it comes down to, Weta. So if you keep paying them and paying them and paying them, maybe you'll get some sales, right? I agree, Dawn. Crapshoot is a great way to put it. And again, the thing that bugs me is, and Don says this all the time, and I echo his words completely because I agree with him. There's no real way to know if they would have sold anyway. It might just be luck of the draw or crapshoot where the right person, the cliche, right? Right person has to be online at the right time. It's probably true. But the fact that those 3 pieces of sheet music sold, the same day I did the sell similar and had a sale on them, at least it shows me there's a glimmer of hope to that sort of activity. And if you can extrapolate that, or if you can push that out to 1,000 items or 2,000 items or 5,000 items, well, then you're getting somewhere, right? If you could sell 3% of your 5,000 items today, would you sell it? I'd be doing backflips, End sales daily that are 29 days. You end sales. Oh, you have sales that long, Weta, that you put it on for a whole month? Or do you mean items that you... Clarification, please, Weta. Used to promote above trending, eBay demand to it. But you're still above 2, huh, DuPage? I'm right at 2 for the ones that I do promote, which isn't everything. Yeah, but we all try to figure this out, don't we, Weta? We're always, collectively, all us eBay people, always trying to figure it out. And there's endless videos on YouTube about this for years and years. Trying to figure out the dreaded algorithm. Or as we like to call the algorithm in our show, Bruton, what do we call him? Krylov. The evil one. Because I ended up some of the promotion above suggested rate is helping. Yeah, again, I think question mark, right? Rolling blackouts, don't listings. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I figured. So every 30 days, every month you refresh your listings. That's good. I think that's again, to me, it's a shame we've said this before. It's a shame you have to be so hands-on with things like that, as opposed to just listing good items and taking good pictures and yada, yada, yada. We find ourselves having to manipulate and try to, play the system all the time and try to figure out things instead of just... Part of me likes that. I like being involved. I don't want to just set it and forget it, as they say, necessarily. There are other platforms that kind of allow for that. But unfortunately, their presence is a fraction of what eBay's is from being eBay for all these years, right? So I don't mind it to an extent. I like that we have the flexibility to go in and tweak things. Those are all good things. The ability to run sales, and thank God we can wait until the day when they say you can't end listings and sell similar anymore. Perish the thought, or if you do so, now it's going to be a 50 cent. When you sell similar, they're going to charge 50 cents for every resell similar or something. It's going to happen. 2 and 2.5. Anytime they get a chance, if they can sniff a little cash, they're going to do it. 2 to 2.5. Okay, consistency probably helps. I agree, Dawn. That's the ultimate philosophy, right? Yeah, Cassini. Yeah, we call it, DePage, I don't know if you've ever been privy to this, but we call Cassini, the new name for Cassini is Krylov. Krylov is the evil one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you are dreaming, Weta. And these new platforms, we speak of, Poshmarks and the Makaris and the... I know they're not new anymore. They've all been around a handful of years maybe, but relative to eBay, the babies, they still have a fraction of the market share. And they have their own issues too. I didn't like Poshmark at all. I dabbled in Poshmark and I dabbled in Mercari, neither of which I cared for whatsoever. Even Etsy is annoying the heck out of me. I just don't have enough listings on Etsy. I think you need a much bigger, you call it a shop, right, on Etsy. I just cross-listed maybe 100 listings or something from my eBay store rather than listing from scratch on Etsy. And I'm woeful. I'm lucky if I get 2 or 3 sales a month on Etsy. But again, I have such a loud, maybe if I put more items up. I definitely have Etsy-esque items though. We have a lot of crafting stuff here in my house from my wife. We have lots of baking stuff I could put up there. We even have some handmade stuff I could put up there. Tons of Disney, vintage Disney stuff. So maybe it's my fault that I just need to get more stuff on Etsy if I want to play with them. You're very consistent, not only ending listings so similar. Awesome. You're literally like clockwork, right, Wita? That's a great way to be. And you would think with a computer, basically, let's be honest, it's not really, there's people, but it's really just programs and numbers and stats and all that. So you would think a Cassini-esque system would love consistency and thrive on that. Every 30 days, Wita's listings are redone. Every 30 days, this happens. I used to listen and forget it because people on podcasts said I should. Yeah. The good old days, Rutan. No, there's no listen and forget it. You do need to nurture your store, right? I think that's fine. I just don't like almost being forced to constantly manipulate things just for the sake of getting your listings seen. That's really what comes down to, everybody preaches good listing, good keywords, good pictures, good products. Yeah, okay, you got all that. And let's say you do that and you're still not selling anything, then something's awry, right? And you have to go in and, manipulate all these different things to try to get a view. That's frustrating to me. If you have lousy nonsense up there, then I would expect not to have any views. But when you know you have good stuff, and even more importantly, when you've thrived in the past, right, and done fine with the way you're doing it, while always going in, and I'm always like revisiting photos. Once in a while, I've redone photos for older items that just had lousy photos. I've tweaked titles here and there. I've seen spelling mistakes myself when I go in to do that sell similar. Great opportunity to just kind of double check your work when you do sell similar. All those things are fine. But when you've had a level of success for a sustained period of time, and then suddenly without warning almost, everything just drops off the table, I think any rational person would scratch their head, proverbial head, and just question why, what's going on? Am I doing anything wrong if I'm doing the same things? Then again, there's the other philosophy. You can't keep doing the same things, right? You have to adapt, which we're all you have to on eBay. It's a fact. If adapt or die. Wita is talking about sellers' lives. Yeah, I know. That should be interesting, Rutan. Similar to traffic and sales requires daily feeding. Correct. I agree, Dawn. And Dawn does well on Etsy. Dawn has a beautiful Etsy shop. Dawn, put your Etsy shop in there. Put a link to Dawn's Etsy shop. She has beautiful stuff. My wife, who is a picky girl, raved about Dawn's Etsy shop. The pictures were beautiful. Her stuff is beautiful. So Dawn, put a link in there for yourself, please. Yeah, the condition to pay more. That's interesting. Oh, exactly. That's very true, DePage. I do. Well, when I did my cross-listing, I did have to raise it. And then they had that silly, you're forced into advertising unless you uncheck a box. That was driving me nuts. My first couple of Etsy sales, I literally lost 50% of the sale price because, of course, everyone that sold was an Etsy promoted listing or whatever. And I think you're kind of put into that automatically unless you go in and change it. So it took a couple of videos to figure that out. I was really aggravated. I sold a $100 bomber jacket from Marlboro. It was kind of Marlboro cigarettes. Cigarette companies, you gotta love them. But anyway, they were giving away things. If you bought enough cartons of death, they would give you free junk. And one of them was this really nice bomber jacket, right, from Marlboro, and it sold for 120 something bucks. I sold it on Etsy. I think it was my first Etsy sale. I was so excited, and the fees wound up being $60 something. So it was just ridiculous. I was livid. Daily feeding is a great way to put it, Rutan. I agree. Feed the beast, right? Feed the machine. It will be interesting. And I don't want to shoot it down before it even happens. But, common sense dictates. What did we say earlier about a learning curve? I think that might be a little learning curve on eBay. And I'm sure they're going to be a lot more aggressive than whatnot as far as their fee structure. However, the flip side is eBay already has all of these. The shipping thing is the biggest downside of Whatnot to me at this point. And I think anybody else that sells on Whatnot would agree. First of all, shipping is not transparent at all on Whatnot. We as the sellers never see what the buyer pays for shipping. Based on the information you put in for your specific item, it'll give you a bucket that you can choose from for weight and size. And on your seller dashboard, it'll say they paid $9 for priority. There was $250 every additional, right? But then when you print your labels and stuff, it never shows you what you paid for shipping. It's just all behind the scenes. It nets out. And of course, Whatnot wins, and they make all that extra money on shipping. At least eBay, gives you, even though they charge you fees on your shipping money, which is ridiculous, and your sales tax, which is ludicrous, they're transparent about it. When you're getting slammed, at least they tell you. On Whatnot, it's all behind the scenes, and you're just left with net dollars on this dashboard. It's very interesting. There you go, Dawn. Everybody check out Dawn's Etsy site. We don't talk about Etsy enough. This isn't just an eBay show. I like Etsy, but her store is truly beautiful. So if anybody out there wants to check it out, please do. As she smiles subtly. Yeah, exactly. Offsite ads, which again, I lost like my first 5 or 6 sales to their offsite ad. Every one of course, sold by offsite. And even that drives me nuts. There's no way to know if it was really sold via an offsite ad or not, right? They could just tell you it was and charge you the money. Drives me nuts. Same thing with eBay Promoted. Is there any way to really know if somebody clicked on a promoted or not? No. eBay tells you they did, and you will pay. Hey, Sarah, welcome aboard. Good evening. Yeah, exactly. Her photography, right? That's what my wife, me too, but my wife was like blown away audibly. She was in back of me. She always is working on cookies. And she says, oh my God, Dawn's pictures are beautiful. And I said, really? And I pulled it up. And she was right. And pictures sell, right, Dawn? No doubt about it, the pictures sell. It does look great. And Keith, thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. Brand new subscriber. Go check out Keith's. Keith's going to be on Whatnot shortly. Record seller. He has a Facebook page, which you can put that back up again, Keith, if you like. So I don't have to scroll. Yeah, the white background thing, which everybody thought you had to do. Oh, hold on. I went past Weeders. We must buy the same place. Dress patterns. Yeah, dress patterns. I think Dawn dabbles in dress patterns now and then, doesn't she? $70 in 48 hours. Beautiful. And it's funny on Etsy, you don't have to end and sell similar every couple of days, do you? Holy moly, indeed. No, you're welcome, Dawn. Well deserved, really. Beautiful shop. So go check out Dawn. Keith, throw your info up again for your record stuff. Junkyard Records, right? How long before eBay shows a dollar amount of promoted percentage? Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great question. But again, I'm not ripping on Whatnot by any stretch. I love it. But that one piece is shady. Their shipping, the whole thing is a little shady. You don't see anything about it. On eBay, you print your label, and it'll tell you, you select whatever your type of shipping is, and it'll say you saved X amount for being top rated or whatever, right? It gives you a discount. It's all provided to you. Nothing on Whatnot. Zip. Print label, done. You have no idea what it cost versus what they paid. And like I said, I've heard that Whatnot just pockets that difference in money, where eBay would not. Shockingly, right? That difference is your savings as a benefit for being a good seller. On Whatnot, not transparent, all behind the scenes. Yeah, sometimes I do, Weta. It depends. That's a whole other philosophy also, that you don't necessarily have to keep ending and selling similar. You could just go up $1, down $1. Supposedly it has a very similar effect, other than you don't obviously get a new item number like you would if you do sell similar. Tell you how many times I end listing in 29 days of the price and it sells the next day. Yeah. Not a bad thing, but again, it's a shame you have to be so intimately involved with these listings on a almost daily basis. Mugshot, says Jeff. Oh, no. No, eBay would not, but they charge a final value. Yeah, I know. That's what I said before, which is criminal almost. Think about that. Seriously, especially the tax aspect. How dare they collect fees on taxes? That's a tax on a tax. How is that legal? Somebody look that up. Where's my lawyer? That really gets to me. The shipping is nonsense too. Which is, I'm not saying anything bad again, but you know how you see all the time on Instagram and Facebook and whatever, on YouTube, even people put up their little 90-day total and amount sold, right? And it looks like this nice shining number. That number is so artificially inflated. It's not what you sold. It's your taxes collected, your shipping collected, and without any of the fees taken out. So, you're lucky if you've really made 75% or 80% at the most of that magical number that everybody likes to show so proudly. $20,000 in 90 days. No, you didn't make $20,000. I wish that was more realistic too. When you list on desktop, yeah. No, on which one? On which one, Dawn? I'm sorry. What are you going back to? The page about the percentage, the promoted dollar amount? I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat here with everybody. When you list on a desktop, are you talking about eBay or Etsy or whatnot? Oh, DePage is one of those phone people. I don't list on my phone. I can't imagine doing that. There's too many things I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. I take pictures on my phone. I just upload them but I list on a computer. To each their own. Yeah, seriously, man. What is that? Isn't that double dipping? There's got to be some term for that. How could you possibly charge fees for taxes paid? All they're obliged to collect taxes. Now, they're not making money on that. I understand that. They have to. It was a law that was just passed a year or so ago that they have to collect the taxes. So do they think that maybe they have increased costs because they're suddenly doing tax collecting duties? They're going to pass that cost on to us. It's ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. That could be a lot of money. It is a lot of money. I mean, think about the scope of that, the impact of that one little additional fee. It's a lot across millions of transactions. Promoted dollar amount on your desktop. Okay. Yes, DuPage. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine doing. But again, it's all a matter of what you're familiar with, I guess. We said this before. I'm going to just rephrase it one more time. eBay is a website that happens to have an app for the phones. It's a website light. It's eBay light. Doesn't have a fraction of the functionality. Whereas some of these newer ones like your Poshmarks, actually your whatnots, are apps that happen to have a website. That's why I always like to distinguish it. It's really true. eBay is absolutely a website. It's a full-featured website that has an app for phone people. It's not the other way around. And those other lesser or less known or less widely, not available, widely, as far as like items on sale and presents like Poshmark and all those other newer ones, they're really primarily apps that just happen to have a website. Whatnot's the ultimate example that I'm in now. The app has more functionality than the website. You can't enter a giveaway on the website. You have to do it on your phone. Like stupid little things. You can't search for a user on Whatnot on your desktop. You have to do it on your phone. So it's the complete reverse of eBay. Maybe we'll all get a windfall to Page one day. They'll have a class action suit. The IRS should be all over this. How can you possibly charge fees on taxes collected? That's not a lawyer, not even an accountant, even though I studied accounting. There's just nothing logical about that. Most of them with your phone. The phones are so good now, Dawn, that you don't even need these fancy. I don't think, personally, especially for eBay. Because our buddy Annie, who, by the way, if anybody was wondering, Annie did release a video. Annie from eBay School on YouTube, friend of the channel. Been on a couple of shows with her with Don too. She is doing well. I had questioned if she was doing okay because she literally vanished. And she released a kind of funny video from in the closet yesterday. Go check that out. Annie at eBay School. But anyway, Annie's okay. Annie had said something about eBay putting a limitation on pixel size, pixels for photos. They might, even if you put up some extraordinarily high quality image, they throttle it down, which is probably true. Just like audio is, compressed for YouTube and all these online streaming things. You're never getting a really good audio experience. You're getting compressed mini versions. But I don't know. Terms of service. Yeah, is that even in the terms of service? Great question. Oh, yeah. Scan is for FM. A huge fan. Everybody who's seen my videos, which I assume you have, Wita. on the print ad front. I have my duplex Epson ES400 here for smaller items, but it does fit up to 8.5 by 11. So there are some magazines that fit that form factor, and I will throw them through the scanner. It's so fast. But the Life magazines and the larger ones, I use that big old flatbed. I almost exclusively scan. I even scan, I showed you guys this the other night. I scan 78 records because the label comes out beautifully, or 45s. You could scan them on your flatbed instead of taking a picture. Because ultimately, no matter how straight you try to make the label and you lean it on something, it always is a little bit warped. Whereas a scan, you get a nice, flat, pristine image of the label, which is important. Right, Keith? You do all your listings. Wow, that's crazy. I can't even imagine. Maybe you're a little younger and you're used to those, which is cool. Yeah, Annie's fine. She released, go check out a video. It's actually kind of funny. Yeah, exactly. Lady of Mystery. No, she just said basically, I know she does like marketing and things of that nature for clients. Like she has her own, I don't know if it's consulting firm or something, but she does work outside of the whole reselling thing. And she was very involved with some sort of project for a client, is what she said in the, but I was really concerned because even though she's not here tonight again, we'll get to that later, but she's usually in our show. She's always on Don's show. And she's just kind of disappeared. She didn't do any videos. So I was genuinely like, oh my goodness. And I even have her email address we've written back and forth. And I wrote her a couple times and got no response. I'm like, oh my God, I hope she's okay. And so anyway, I'm very happy. She wrote me and then she released that video, which was really cool. Oh, you're welcome, Weta. All right, cool. 49 is young, very young. You are. But yeah, that's cool. So you've adapted to the mobile technology, huh? I love, especially for eBay, I really prefer the website. I can see, like I said, some of these other, like for example, Discogs, Keith. I'm sure you're familiar with Discogs, right? I list records on Discogs all the time. That's something you could definitely use the app for because 9 times out of 10, you don't need photos uploaded. And it's such a simple listing process. So maybe for those sites, like we've mentioned about Macari and Poshmark. What else is there, guys? I don't know. Whatever. All those mobile app type sites. I think that they're more, they're the technology matches the product, if you will, more easily than eBay does. eBay lends itself, to me anyway, to website listing. It's a good platform to sell on, Keith. Try it out. It's super simple. I have a video, if you'd like to check it out, on my YouTube channel about listing and selling on whatnot. On Discogs. Two cha-chings. There you go, Jeff. You selling any of my ads yet that you bought? I hope you do. Let me know when you do. Jeff is good people. Jeff picked up a ton of my advertisements on my first couple of Whatnot shows. Yeah, I buy there too, but it's a great place to sell, man. And if like I said, if you're not familiar with how to do it, check out my video. I have a quick little, it's only a few minutes, about how to get up and running selling on Discogs. Anybody out there that's a record guy or gal? Not just records, 78s, cassettes, CDs, reel-to-reel tapes, anything music, all media. Great place to sell. And essentially what Discogs is, or what it was known for, it's a tremendous database for all things music. So it's a tremendous resource if you want to sell your records on eBay or Etsy or wherever else, or Poshmark or whatever else. It's a great way to find out about your record. You could pull up matrix numbers from your dead wax, literally type those into the search field within Discogs, and it'll spill out all kinds of information. Sometimes, especially with the 78s, it's not apparent like what year they came out, things like that. So you get all sorts of detailed information about your records on Discogs. And then, yeah, they have that sell functionality. There he is, Johnny. Welcome aboard. Hello, everyone. Good guy, Johnny. Cajun Roots Reseller does a daily 8:30 a.m. Chat show on his YouTube channel. So check him out. It's a really good place to network with other resellers. Is it all resellers, basically, in there, Johnny? I think it is. But I really enjoy it. I've been on a few times. It's a great way to start your day. I usually have my cup of coffee. Watch Johnny. He features certain resellers on there. He'll have people on talking about what they do. Really good channel, so check him out. He was selling Discogs. Well, tell him to start again, Dawn. It's a good platform. I mean, it's I wouldn't say from a selling perspective, you're not going to probably generate the amount of sales as far as just, volume that you would on eBay, because it's a niche, right? It's exclusively all things music, but you will sell stuff. And I will also say, without question, I mentioned this in my video, the average buyer in Discogs, it's not a knock on anybody at all. The average buyer on Discogs that's looking for a specific record, specific tape, specific CD, specific 45, whatever, 78, they're usually very well versed. They know what they're looking for, and they'll get you. If you mislabel something, if you say it's a first pressing and it's not, they'll crucify you, like within a forum and stuff on Discogs. So just be warned, if you're going to list on Discogs, know your stuff, do your research, and make sure your description is accurate to what you're trying to sell. Whereas eBay, you might be able to, I'm not saying anything, again, negative about anybody on eBay. I buy from eBay all the time, and we all sell to eBay buyers. Your average eBay guy, gal, looking for Rolling Stones Hot Rocks might not be looking for, I want the third pressing from blah, 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 blah. They're just going to say, I want Rolling Stones Hot Rocks, right? Your Discogs buyer is a little more in tune with specifics. So just that's the one, beware, if you will, about Discogs. It's good and bad. It's bad for people that don't know what they're doing. It can be intimidating. And you can, like I said, you literally get lambasted publicly. But it's a great place to learn. And if you do have the right product, you're going to have buyers for life. They'll love you, and they'll keep coming back, and just like eBay, they'll favorite your shop or whatever. Postcards. Where do we get from postcards? I'm sorry. Oh, you're listing postcards now. Gotcha. Oh, you sold postcards, Jeff, right? There you go. Yes, another great point, Keith. You can catalog your own collection on Discogs. You look up, again, I would recommend just go into those matrix numbers. If anybody doesn't know what that is, it's the scribble that's in the dead wax, the clean piece of your record right around the label. It's always going to have an alphanumeric code of some kind that's kind of exclusive to your record. It's really important information. It's called a matrix number. Well, anyway, you could pull up your matrix number within Discogs, and when you find your record, if you physically have that record, you can catalog it and keep it. And it keeps track of all your records, and really cool, it keeps track of the value of your records over time. Really nice feature within. I love Discogs. I really do. Not all sellers. You get a lot of different community channels. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, regardless, check out Johnny's Cajun return of Cajun Roots Reseller. There you go. Thank you, Dawn. Undersell, over deliver. That's always a good. Look at that. Somebody put that on a t-shirt. That's good stuff to Paige. Absolutely true, Keith. Absolutely. Always under. That's so true. Another great point. Keith, really appreciate you being here. First of all, because I love records too and music. But yeah, great advice. Grade conservatively is exactly right. If you're on the bubble, if it's VG or VG plus, just put VG. And then, as DePage just said, you'll over deliver, because when the underlying purchaser says, wow, this record's actually better than a VG, it's closer to an excellent, as opposed to doing it the other way and saying this thing is excellent and it's got scratches all over it. Again, you'll be crucified publicly within Discogs if you do stuff like that. You won't last long. But if, like anything else, it's common sense, good business practices, good marketing, good customer service, good deliver on time, same kind of things. They have like their little, you need to mail by whatever the term is. And so absolutely, Keith, I agree 1,000,000%. I'm sorry, Jeff. I need to keep track of your entire inventory. Why I don't have that committed to memory yet, I can't tell you. It is a great way to put it, though. Seriously, yep. A question for Dawn Wright, who will be on this show sometime soon, won't she, Dawn? We're going to get Dawn on. She might be wearing a mask and a hood, but that doesn't matter to me. We're going to get her on. So we can hear what she's talking about, as they say in Canada. She likes to make fun of everybody else. Wait till we hear Dawn talk. Oh, field day. Wita has a question for you, Dawn. Yeah, she's all over the place. Her and her, dare I say, her mom also heavily involved in the whole reselling game. Ain't that true, Dawn? Overpack, especially 78s, Keith. You should put them in like a safe when you mail them. I'm sure you know that. I said a boot, and in comes another Canadian. It is a lovely store. Mother's Mustache, welcome to the show. Glad to have you on board. My Canadian contingent. Who else do we have? Who are we missing? We're missing Carl, lazy reseller, Canadian, not in the house for some unknown reason. Where is Win a Crow? This would be the second consecutive show. I'm on Facebook. Actually, speaking of Win a Crow, hang on one second, everybody. Just about to settle. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. A little private conversation. Alrighty. Oh, he's not Canadian? She's not Canadian? Hello. I thought you were Canadian. Well, that destroys my whole joke. Where are you from, Ansley? Wisconsin. Canada South. Oh, she's going to be on. I'm getting her on. It's happening. We don't have it in writing yet. We have a handshake agreement that at some point, unknown point, undetermined point in the future, Oregon, same thing as Canada. Actually, I knew that. Just joking around. That's Southern Canada, mustache. Yeah, I think we all eagerly await Dawn. Dawn is here we go. Mum's eBay. Mum is a wonderful lady. Also been in the Whatnot auction several times, purchased some items. Lovely woman. Big fan of the show, which I really appreciate. Uh-oh, hang on. What do we got here? But yeah, we will get Dawn on. Dawn knows her stuff, as I'm sure everybody knows. I saw she was, Dawn is one. She enjoys the whole reselling family. She's a prominent member in many chats on many shows. And I forgot whose show it was, but I was watching, and in comes Dawn. And somebody welcomed Dawn with the statement, "It's omnipresent Dawn," which I thought was just hysterical and perfectly said. Omnipresent Dawn. She's always there, folks. Always there. Yeah, Dawn giving out bad stores. What's going on there? Yes, she is. Oh, and birds of a feather. No, she is absolutely a chip off the old shoulder. Both wonderful women. Kind to a fault almost. So sweet. And really excited. I'm excited that I'm not pushing myself again, but on the Whatnots, the first few Whatnots when I was selling some ephemera stuff, auctioning off, they both were big players. They bought a bunch of stuff. They are in Canada, and there's a little bit of the, international delivery nonsense with Canada. Unfortunately, it takes a while and it's expensive, but at the end of the day, they received all the packages, which were multiple, and they were thrilled with them, and they're going to get ready to start listing them and make a lot of money off of them. So I'm very excited. I can't wait. Her mom actually wrote me on Instagram and said how delighted she was with the sheets that she received, and she can't wait to get them up. So great people. Quiet Jeff. Yeah. Omnipresent Dawn. Yeah, I'm just wondering, we talked earlier about Win a Crow, who is again AWOL tonight. I don't think she's ever missed 2 straight shows. So another one I just have to keep my eye on, like Annie, make sure everybody's okay with my people. Oh, you're very welcome, Keith. Good luck to you, man. Thank you again for joining. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to write me, Keith. JiminyFlip@gmail.com. If you need any help with setting up your Whatnot or whatever, I'd be happy to help in any way I can with the few shows I've done. But I really, again, throw your information there one more time before you go, Keith, with your record shop. And thanks again for joining. Yes, ma'am. Ooh. Yeah, but it was just so perfect on. I mean, I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. Okay, yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, come on, one more time. Post your stuff. You said you had a Facebook. It's just so hard to scroll all the way back. So if you're still there, just throw it in one more time. And everybody go check out Keith's record shop. He is coming to you soon on Whatnot. Brand new Whatnot auctioneer. I think I have 5 shows in the books now, with mixed results. Some have been really good. Some have been eh. All right, everybody. Shall we get some listings up? What do you think? I just want to keep chatting. Either one is fine with me. I have a lot of listings to do. For those of you who came in a little later, I started off my show huffing and puffing because I did just finish a whatnot at 5:30. Ran upstairs, made a little dinner, and ran back down and started this show 25 minutes later. But it was a lot. Link in the page to the shop. Okay, it's already up there. Yeah, but I just wanted to see if you could put it in again for anybody who might have joined. But anyway, you could scroll up, everybody, in the comments. You'll check out Keith's page. He has a Facebook page for the shop. You're welcome, Keith. Take care. Dawn, I don't know if you feel like doing it, but if you scroll up, he put his name. It wasn't a link. It was just the name of the shop. Junkyard Records. There you go. North Carolina. Is that NC? North Carolina? Good stuff, man. Yep, just met Keith tonight on Whatnot. He was in my auction for vinyl records this evening and came on board and subscribed. Really happy. All right, man. Have a great night. Thanks again. And good luck to you. And seriously, write me if you have any questions, comments, concerns, advice. I love getting advice, too. All right, guys, would you like to... Oh, you think? Well, somebody can click on that and see if it works. I can't click on it in StreamYard, which is the system I'm using to stream to you fine folks. Yeah, thank you very much, Dawn. Dawn has a wrench, everybody. So Dawn does all my linking stuff, which I greatly appreciate. Makes it so much easier. But definitely check out Keith on Facebook with his new record shop going live on Whatnot shortly. And check out Dawn, everything Dawn, check out, Omnipresent Dawn, which should be the name of your store, by the way, now, Dawn. Omnipresent Dawn & Co. But check out her Etsy shop, which really did kind of blow me away. I was very impressed with those photos. 60s ad requested to list. Oh, you mean now? I don't know if I have any 60s list ready to roll. Hold on, I could check for you. It's funny. I have tons of them in general, but I had just set up for a Whatnot auction. There were lots of 10, and I have like 15, so it's 150 60s ads, 66 and 67 actually, the page. A lot of cars and stuff, but I didn't scan them all yet. What a great point, though. Guys, going forward, if you would leave a comment in these videos when we do them, and please give a thumbs up if you have a chance to. I'd appreciate that. I never say that if you're interested. But if you guys have any requests for specific time frames that you'd like to see us work on, I have everything. I have ads from 1896 to the late 70s. That's probably the newest ones I have. So if anybody wants to even just say I'd love to see car ads from the 40s, or I'd love to see airplane ads from the 50s. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Feel free to just leave a comment right below in this video and say, for next show, could you, and I'd be happy to take a look and we could list them together. This way it's something people want to look at. I just pick, whatever I have, basically. My favorite period is 30s, 40s, and 50s are my favorite ads to list. I think they're the most visual, they're just intriguing to me. I like the styles. Once you get to the 60s, which the page wants to see, the 60s stuff gets very modern looking, which isn't necessarily bad, but I like the more vintage, if you will. It looks more vintage to me, those 40s, 50s, and 30s even ads. They just have a homey, old-fashioned style. When you get to especially late 60s, it's it doesn't, I know it's going to sound silly to some of you, it looks very modern. It's the same stuff you get now, pretty much. Yeah, the cars are cool, but yeah, Art Deco. There you go, Dawn. Yeah, I just like that. I prefer that style, especially to talk about on a show where we're listing together. There's just more to talk about. Whereas a 1968 car ad is just going to have some girl going like this on a car. There's not that much to look into, But I'm up for anything. So yeah, do Facebook page disappeared. Please, guys, if you want, like the page just did, he has a hankering to see some 60s ads. Throw a comment down below in these videos, and I'd be happy to accommodate. I have everything from 1896 to 1977-ish to pick from. And again, if you want to like specify a certain industry or food or CJ, I love me the World War II stuff too. My whole first, I don't know if you were there, CJ. If you're not on Whatnot, my whole first Whatnot was all World War II ads, and it was my best Whatnot. So I guess we're not alone, man. Hey, pudding? Oh, pudding. Which eras sell the best? I would agree with CJ. World War II stuff. That's always my go-to. It's my. I just think because it's. How do I describe this? World War II is World War II. So just by virtue of being World War II, it's popular and collectible, right? Secondarily, the ads for World War II, depending on no matter what the product is, there's always a tie-in to the war, like buy more war bonds. There are amazing cross promotions available where like Chevrolet, for example, is making, instead of making cars, they're making engines for airplanes. So it's just really cool to see a Chevy ad, but it's like a plane engine. You know, we're going to beat the Nazis or whatever they say. And they always have a lot of propaganda. Obviously, it's World War II. So, you know, it wasn't a happy time. But I'm very intrigued by that. And they sell so well. And then you'll see a whole bunch of movie stars promoting something, again, usually for the war effort. So it's a very lush period as far as advertising. It's a great period to resell. So that's a long way of saying I like World War II ads best. I like the Art Deco too, which I guess is what I was saying, the 30s and 40s, right? CJ, totally. Jeff, the things that bring us belly laughs. Dawn posted a bad link. Yeah, I know, right? And you guys are dying. Rolling on the floor over that. Hey. Uh-oh. Hey, Dawn. If you're going to dish it, you got to take it. All right, guys. Well, I do. Let me just see if I have any 60s. I might have literally like 3 left over from a previous show. Let me see. If you want, we could do those couple first, and then we'll go back to. I do. I have. Paige, I don't know if I have 3 ads left from March of '67. Would you like to see those 3? We could do that. And then I still have a ton of these 1948 ads from this mythical May of '48, guys. Go find yourself a Life magazine from any week in May of 1948. You'll easily get 50 ads out of that magazine. Don't know why. Don't know why that issue. And that's not a World War II. It's several years after. I don't think I've ever had that many ads in one magazine in my life. This is the 3rd or 4th. It's either the 3rd or 4th listing show that we're still doing one magazine, which has never happened in the previous listing shows for the last 4 or 5 months. All right. Nothing super exciting. I don't want you to get your hopes up to Paige, but there's 3 left from '67, which we did on a show a couple of weeks ago. But what the hey? Let me pull up my draft. Now, my draft is going to have this 1948, so let me find the '67 ad so I can figure out my my inventory stuff. Just take a second. And then I'll pull that screen up and get started. But seriously, guys, comments down below. Next listing show. I know CJ is going to say World War II, which I'm all for. But let me know if you guys want anything specifically that we could look at ad-wise. I guess I'm going to have to change this one. I want to find one of my '67 ads. We did that maybe 2 or 3 shows. Whatever was before this mythical 1948 one, we did, I think it was May of '67. And we had done all but 3 of them. So I'm going to I have to search for one of my listings. June 6th we did '67? Wow.
I think the 80s ads would have any kind of cult following.
I don't have a. Why don't I have a? All right, it's March of '67. Sorry, guys. Okay, yeah, we'll do those 3. Okay, to Paige, and then we'll go back to my 1948. Excuse me. Let me just fix this draft that I have in place and adjust it for the 67 ads. There's only 3 of them. Unfortunately, no cars left. We did a bunch. If you go back and watch, I don't know. It looks like it was like around the 5th or 6th of June. We did a show and we did this magazine from 67. But I'd be happy to. Like I said, I cut up a ton of ads for that Whatnot 66 and 67. So the next listing show, which will be next week at some point, I'd be happy to do those. Okay. March of 67. All right. Let us commence. Just not quiet. Well, that's why we can't wait to hear you yelling in person on the show. Yep, I agree, Muzz Mustache. Totally. Yep. All right. Let's share a screen, shall we? Let us sell similar, shall we? There we go. Let me fix my picture, shall we? Let me get rid of this annoying banner, shall we? There we go. However, folks, I do have exciting news. I'm going to make one more really quick banner. If you guys would all take notice of this and do as it instructs. Yeah, I know, right, Dawn? Banners. Let's fix this banner. All right. See if this works. That's right, everybody. We're going to do another giveaway tonight. The first one was a beautiful record that went out. I would like to know that it was received safe and sound. If that individual who won would kindly say, hey, I got your record. Thanks so much. But yeah, we're going to do another giveaway tonight. Type the word Friday, capital F, no quotes. Just did that to distinguish it. If you want to enter the free giveaway for something that has not been mentioned yet, but go ahead and type Friday in there if you'd like to be considered. There you go, Weta. And we'll give away something again tonight. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing that. It's a thank you from me to all you guys who keep coming in. It's almost night after night at this point, but at least several times a week. Exciting news. Yeah, well, yeah, it is exciting. There we go. Look at Johnny getting his freebie. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Yeah, just type that in. It'll collect. We'll do that in a little bit. Let's get a couple listings up because we did title this a listing show, didn't we? Mrs. Flippett is here with bells on. She has awoke from her evening slumber. She's prepared to finish her cookies.
And it's ad time.
The last of the gigantic cookie orders is tomorrow. And then we resume normal life activities as I go off and do my concerts every couple of days. Mrs. Flippett can now take care of our home. So go ahead, type Friday, everybody. Except for you, Dawn, because Canadians just can't get a break with shipping. Okay, let me pull up this listing. Special request from DuPage Picker in Chicagoland. He wants to see a couple of 60s ads, says he. I just happen to have 3 from March of 1967. So in no particular order whatsoever, we will start with, I guess this one. Ooh, Dawn, shall I increase the font again? Did you guys like that? I made on Wednesday's show, I just went in and did this. Do you guys like that better visually for the listing portion of the show? Let YouTube catch up with me. There you go. Is that easier on the eyes, everybody? Especially those of you watching on Roku or like devices. It's just a larger font. It blocks out a little bit of my screen here, but I can still navigate pretty easily. But I hope it's a little more eye friendly, right? Let me know. Let me know. Otherwise, we'll go back to the regular 100%. No, trust me. You see, normally I would be wearing the dreaded reading glasses, but they shine. Like I have all these lights in my face. And if you wear glasses and you're doing a live show with a big screen in front of you and lights, it makes for terrible presentation. And all you see is a reflection. Yes, I agree. Was I joking about? Or as they say, as Dawn would say, about? Joking about what? I'm not sure what I was joking about. I might have been. I wasn't joking about the giveaway. That's really coming at you.
No Dawn being involved.
Gave away a beautiful Linda Ronstadt record last week. I think it was last Friday. Let me know what I was joking about. Blue blockers. Uh-oh, hold on. Blue blockers for screen glare. Oh, yeah? Are they glasses? He says quizzically. I am to page. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here yapping again. Let's get to the picture, shall we? There we go. Advertisement for, that's so funny. It says for the far-sighted view. Sylvania twin pack of Sylvania bulbs. Light bulbs. From March of 1967. Somebody in New Rochelle lost their porch light. Not a light in sight, groaned her husband. Next day, she got an entirely new outlook. She picked up some Sylvanias, and now life is all as it should be. They're no longer in the dark. Father is happy. And at the end of the day, what else matters? Oh, is that what that was what you were saying about seriously? And it's like, yeah, unfortunately, the whole Canadian should wind up paying for something that's supposed to be a free giveaway, and that's not cool. All right, so we have basically good old-fashioned light bulbs, Sylvania light bulbs. So let us go through our drill here. We start off with the brand for anybody who might be new. Sylvania, and then we see what comes up. You can see television sets, which is what I typically think of when I think of Sylvania, but this would, of course, not be. This would be bulbs. So I'm going to put light bulb. The rationale being, I think most people, if they were interested in this, would search for light bulbs. And let us see if that changes things in the category household. Fine with me. Household ads. This section here, I don't know if I've ever really explained this, and if I did, it was a while ago. These are my internal store categories on eBay, right? When you have a store, you're able to make, and I highly encourage, if you don't do this, definitely do it. It's a great way to keep track of stuff in your store, but you make your own categories within your store. And part 2, you could see 60s print ads, which is what I always change it to whatever decade we're listing. And then I have a series of internal store categories that I like to put these ads in. And again, it's really for myself, just to keep myself organized. Especially if I'm doing all this reselling nonsense, not reselling, relisting and sell similar. Let's say I just want to resell or relist all of my car ads or something. I can easily find them within my store by just selecting that category within the store. Well, anyway, that's the long way of saying I'm going to put this in household items in my internal store as well. There's our photo. So let us fill out these required specifics. This is a black and white ad. So I put black and white. And it's Sylvania. Advertising is a print ad. The year, this is 67. It's original. Goes without saying, but I'll say it. All of our ads are absolutely original. They're just pulled from magazines. Or parted out, as we like to say now. It's a true full pager, 14 by 11. You can see I tweaked this to say March of 67 now. We're going to go back to our base price of $14.99. This is nothing like exceptional about this ad. I am at that 2%. Who was asking earlier? Was it DePage? Somebody was asking about that. I keep it at 2 now. That's my current rate. Much to my chagrin. I don't even know if I need to anymore, but I go back and forth. All right, so we have all the specifics. We have our title began. Dawn's omnipresent. Let me see. Every time I try to get into something, got people chatting. Marty is a pot of things. Whoa. What? Are we talking international commerce here? Okay. Obviously, the governments need to make an exception for Dawn. They should. It's outrageous, the charges. For what? Dawn lives closer to me than 80% of the rest of the United States does, geographically, but she's in another country. That's good to know. No, far from it. Your omnipresence. Yes, it certainly should. Lot. Okay. Kangaroos. What are we talking about here? My goodness. Can't believe that our government requires to pay. Yeah, I know. Please don't get me started. All right. Back to the ads. Anybody see anything of the slightest bit of interest on this ad that we would put in our title? Any keywords? What do we really have going on? We're not going to put New Rochelle and put the address. There you go, Rutan. As Rutan says. Phooey, said the woman of the house. Phooey, because there were no light bulbs left. So she ran out to the store. She picked up some Sylvania's Take Two Kangaroo. I guess Take Two Kangaroo kind of has to be in there, wouldn't you say? I would say. So we are absolutely going to put Take Two Kangaroo. First time I've ever put those three words in a row in my life. We've often, we joke somewhat about the, it's not really a joke, but the collectability of certain things like dogs, elephants, frogs, circus clowns, things that people just collect in general, regardless of the product. If it has a German Shepherd, they want it. Whether it's Coca-Cola or Sylvania light bulbs, they want the German Shepherd, right? Or the poodle or the whatever. Now, I have not come across any kangaroo aficionados, kangaroophiles, but I'm thinking they got to be out there, especially down under. So on that off chance that somebody might be into kangaroo collecting, we're going to throw kangaroo. How often do you get to throw a kangaroo in your ad, in your title, right? Very good point, Weeda. That is true. So if you put New Rochelle in there, you might capture the huge population of New Rochelle. I like that. Matt's is fair game. Looks like something to do with the display. What are we talking about? Again, confused a little bit. Sorry. What is the display? Oh, the display for the light bulbs. We have a sanctuary in the, and they have. Oh, get out of here! Really cool. Why don't you pick up this ad, Mother's Mustache? But that is a good point, Weeda. This is true. And being there really isn't anything else other than like Rutan said about a display. Potentially, we could put like store display, maybe. New Rochelle might attract. Hey, Swan Picker, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, I don't get the connection. It must be some kind of silly promotional thing. In fact, let's take a look again to see if we can make any sense of why it says Sylvania's Take Two Kangaroo took her out of the dark. If anybody wants to be proactive, go to the Google and type Take Two Kangaroo. Maybe it was some sort of famous promotion. I'm not sure. Ansley with another fan. But again, because there's a kangaroo. Oh my goodness, is that Roo? And hold on, this requires further inspection. If that's Roo from Winnie the Pooh, no, it's not. That would have been an instant bolo, by the way, had we thrown in a Disney Winnie the Pooh reference, but it's not. And she says, Take Two, and it's two kangaroos, both sitting on like lounge chairs in a living room, as they do. GTE and Nico, would that be the names of said kangaroos? DePage? GTE and Nico? You will rue the day. That's funny. Talk to me, DePage. Are we looking to put GTE and Nico in there? I love that kind of insight. Because again, I mean, I don't know if that's what he's saying. I think that's what he's saying, is that Nico is maybe perhaps one of the names of the kangaroos. In which case, now you're going to have the collector of all things Nico and GTE and kangaroos. Then what is this Nico, Nikco? Let me see. I'm going to type Nico kangaroo. No, absolutely not. Yeah, exactly, Rutan. That's what I was thinking too. No, there is no such thing as Nico the kangaroo. What are we talking about, DePage? We require clarification, please. Guys, don't forget to write Friday in there if you haven't already. Free giveaway coming soon. It will be this bottle of genuine, half-consumed sore throat spray coming free of charge right to you. No, I'm looking. Hey, Lori, excuse me. You caught me mid-sip. Happy Friday, Lori. Welcome aboard. Now the party begins. Lori types, and she typed for. I didn't have to tell her twice. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. I don't know, guys. You think we should just, what else do we have? I might just put store display. Takes us to just 5 characters. I think that's good. Yeah, thanks so much for joining. Johnny's saying hello to everybody he missed that's been coming in. You're all over it, right? Yeah. All right, we're going to go with that. What do you think, everybody? Any objections? Speak now. We have 23 people watching. We only have 8 entries for the free giveaway. Come on. Free stuff. Moving on. Oh, you can't hit the button. You ready to go to the next ad? Anybody have anything else they want to add to it? If not, we will let this one go and move on to the second of the 3 from 67. And then we have like 700 more from 1948. All right, I'm going to list this one. Out to the ether it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Good to see Lori. I think you missed Wednesday, right, Lori? Well, that was like kind of an impromptu listing show. I missed Monday. I had a Beatles show on Monday night, so I couldn't do a chat show. Wednesday, I did like an impromptu listing show. And now I'm back to my Friday Night Live. Suddenly a thing that I'm doing and I enjoy doing. Probably. All right. That's an omnipresent point of view. All right, guys. There's the first one. Down. We have 2 left for you, DePage, from 67. All right, we have 1 color in black and white. We'll do the color one first. Because nothing gets the heart of fluttering more than a bag of frozen bird's eye strawberries. That's right, bird's eye. You wondered why you were live the other day. Yeah, I just went on Wednesday because I felt like it, actually, Lori. Like, because I missed Monday and and it was a long wait from Friday. So I said, hey, let me list them. I have an endless supply, which everybody will see in about 10 minutes when we get through these couple of ads. Lori, if you remember from last Friday, we were still working with the same magazine. I love strawberries, by the way. Are they really? Seriously, Rutan? Just in general? That's good to know. Lori, on Friday, I think was the first day. It might have even been the second day. We were working on ads from May of 1948. We are still working on ads. I wound up picking like over 50 ads from this magazine. So I told everybody earlier on in the show, if you come across out in the wild, as I say, any issue from the month of May, because they would do a weekly, just so everybody knows, Life magazine was a weekly thing. So it was like week of May 1st to May 9th or whatever, right? 1948. If you find a May of 1948 magazine, if this one is a treasure trove, I'm sure all the other ones are, pick it up. Because I got over 50 ads, and again, you're talking, even if they sold for $10, that's $500, and I'll sell them for more than $10. That's the low end. That's the conservative, as we said earlier. That's what I'm saying, Rutan. They're very modern. That's why, I mean, I'm not saying I don't like them, but things haven't changed that much. Seriously, like in marketing, it's all the same stuff. Like, and the names are much more common. When you go back to the older days, you have brands that don't exist anymore. You have stores that don't exist anymore. You certainly have cars and models and makes that don't exist anymore. And there's just a lot more intrigue for me personally. I just like learning about them. Whereas once you get to the 60s stuff, it's so common. It's like, Coke and Bird's Eye and Campbell's. It's like all the same, exactly what you would see like that. If that exactly right there, if that advertisement was in a current issue of People magazine, would you even bat an eyelash? It looks like a brand new ad, right? Yeah, there's some truth to that. All right, yeah, we'll get to some words. Absolutely, the page. Anyway, there's your 67 strawberries. They don't make them like they used to. Well, anyway, it's Bird's Eye, which is actually 2 words. I always thought it was 1. Bird's Eye strawberries. And are you serious, Rutan, about the popularity of strawberries? I don't know that I've had any strawberries. I've had strawberry jello. A lot of strawberry jello ads. Fruit and raisins, sure. Fruit. Strawberries are fruit. Yeah, that's true, Dawn. There's fashion or car. Cars are always going to be cool because cars change so much decade to decade, except for the last like 20-something years. Has a car changed from 1999? Not really. They look exactly the same to me, other than the USB stuff, and the physical car looks exactly the same. There's like no style anymore, man. No style. All right, strawberries. I'm going to change my internal category to food. Let's go into this. It's multicolor. It's original. It is Bird's Eye. 2 words. Birds. It is a print ad. It is. From 67. It has not been modified. Only enhanced. Only kidding. United States. The theme would be fruit. Yeah, so somebody asking about shipping techniques. Hang on. That's why I have the 2 computers, because I'm doing my listing here, but I have peripheral. Thank God the peripheral vision is still there. Who's asking about ads? Johnny is. I have a question about shipping. How do you ship? Yes. There's a whole, Johnny, if you check out, I have a whole video series, 7-part series on my YouTube channel. Check it out. There's a, I was going to say episode. There's a video titled Shipping, I think, or something to that effect, processing shipping. And you'll see exactly what I use. I even have links for them in my unpaid, unfortunately, but links for those. They're rigid mailers that work flawlessly. I've shipped thousands of them over the last few years. And prior to going in the rigid mailer, they go in a clear plastic bag that is acid proof. Yeah, check out the video. You can see, like, I literally walk through everything. And there's links if you're interested in selling them. You want to get something that's going to accommodate an ad this big, because they are big. The envelopes are 15 by 13, 15 by 12. And they fit just about every size, which is great. And I've never had, knock on wood, never had one issue with shipping of any, and I've shipped thousands and thousands of them. You can also ship sheet music in them. You can also ship photos in them. Look at Dawn with the link. Thank you. Strawberry fabric cross stitch house glass. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yes, he does. Cool. Thanks, man. And there's the link. Dawn just put the link down if you want to click on it. The packing and shipping video. Thank you, Dawn. Bird's Eye was owned by General Foods. Yeah, I saw the little GF at the bottom. You're right. Right there. If we blow this up to page with the keen eye, somebody doesn't need glasses. See the GF down there? General Foods. Bottom right-hand corner. Correct. And then on the right side, there's a series of other, which I really can't see. There's cherries, peaches, mixed fruit, and strawberries are the 4 types of fruits that they're discussing, all in a little pouch. 8 minutes ago, frozen solid, now firm, delicious, and ready to serve. All right. Well, we've filled out all our specifics. We have it priced. You use readers. I do too. I don't need them. Like the distance I am from the screen, I can see perfectly. My issue is really like, not to whine like everybody does, but if I was to take this piece of paper and put my eyes here, I can't read anything. It's just a blurry mess. I need the readers for that. But if you get to like a certain distance, I'm like, I used to have what they called fighter pilot vision. I was like 2015 my whole life until I hit 50, I think, or mid 40s. And it's just been way down since then, unfortunately. I don't know if it's near or far sighted, but whatever it is where you can't read anything close up, unfortunately, that's me now. But my screen, I see everything crisp and clear, thank goodness. When that goes, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because then how do you drive, right? So, all right. Bird's eye strawberries. I guess we'll do, anybody have any ideas about some terms or some words we could use? We got a woman's painted fingernail. That's about it. There really isn't a lot visually to go by, which again speaks to why I like the older ads better. This is a perfect example. Perfect example of what I was saying earlier in the show when the question was brought up, is there a period you prefer or whatever? And I kind of shot down the 60s and 60s to current. Not meaning I don't like them necessarily. And as Dawn pointed out, yeah, some fashion ones. Like if there's a very 60s, like psychedelic kind of thing, that's awesome. Peter Max, great bolo. I sold a Peter Max ad for like $60. It was he had done a run of watches. Be on the lookout for that. Peter Max, famous psychedelic artist. Same thing, just a sheet of paper in Life magazine. It was like $60. Well, anyway, if it's something really cool and groovy like that, sure. But your general run of the mill, like these general foods, run of the mill strawberries, like they just look, as Rutan said earlier, it looks so contemporary. There's nothing really to distinguish it from. And again, put that ad in any paper today or any magazine, nobody would ever think it's a 50-year-old advertisement ever. Whereas in 1967, if you had seen a 50-year-old ad from 1917, it would be like different ends of the universe, right? It's crazy. I don't know why that is. We haven't evolved much at all, truth be told. I may not have saved this. If in a haul. You mean Peter Max is a gigantic bolo. That's the only one I've ever seen to page so far. It was in, I don't remember, it was probably 68 or 69 magazine, but it had Peter Max written all, you know the style if you know Peter Max. And it was a really cool ad. And I put it off for $60 and it sold really quickly. This was about a year or two ago. Can't see more than a foot in front of you without your glasses. Oh, so that's the opposite, right? You could see well close up though, Dawn. And you're a baby relatively. No offense, I'm just saying. So that's an actual vision problem, not just getting old and you can't read anymore. Speaking of watches, just now, congratulations, Sarah. Magical things happen on this show. It's proven every single week. Yes, Peter Max, gigantic bolo. You had a small collection of Peters. Did you really? Of what? Just mixed stuff? Yeah, one should not acquire a small collection of Peters. That's awesome. Congratulations, Sarah. All right, guys. Well, I don't want to keep talking about how boring this ad is, but let's be honest. It's a bag of strawberries, right? Going into a cup, a carafe. What would you call the cup? Where's Winnie Crow? I need her expertise on all things like pottery and glassware and artwork. Yeah, exactly, DePage. Yeah, the Pepperland, right. That was, although he didn't do anything with Yellow Submarine. But it was obviously highly influenced by his style. That goes a sealed bag to fruit cup. There you go, Jeff. Saying it like it is. Do they use the word sealed bag? Pouch. We're going to use pouch. Special pouch. 2. I like 2 fruit cup. 2. Even though, once again, it doesn't have to read like a sentence, but glass. How about we put glass? I bet you glass is a bolo. Glass is a good word. Yeah, exactly. Oh, highly, like I said, influence. You know, the guy that did the head animator for Yellow Submarine, you know what his claim to fame was prior to? Here's a Beatle trivia question. Don't even get me started on Beatle. I'll Beatle you all under the table. But the animator, without looking it up, anybody know that answer? What did the guy who did Yellow Submarine, what was he known for prior to Yellow Submarine? And don't you dare say what is Yellow Submarine, because then we'll have a problem. All right, guys, let's get rid of this strawberry ad, and hopefully, from Rutan's words to eBay's ears, may it sell. No page, no page, no clue, says DuPage. Good guess. Monty Python was heavily influenced by Beatlesque stuff. Yes. When a Crow has arrived, hold the phone. When a Crow. We're trying to mine the store without you, and it's falling off the rails here. We got questions about glassware. No Win a Crow. Questions about fashion. No Win a Crow. Here she is. Her ears were ringing. Welcome aboard, Win a Crow. Missed you Wednesday, impromptu show Wednesday, I understand. I know you're a busy woman, lots to do, dogs to walk, things to sell. Welcome aboard. You're just in time, if you ask me. It's only 7:45 on a Friday night. Come on. Krylov. I was going to send Krylov after her. Her and Annie. Annie's been found, though. Annie's safe and sound. Did I tell you that, Win a Crow? Annie is indeed safe and sound. Yeah, I know, Dawn. I know. Ha, ha, ha. All right, DuPage, here's the last one. I'll be loaded for you next week, though. I promise you, buddy. I have, like I said, 110 or so I think I picked out from 66, mostly 66, and a couple 67s. We'll dive into that next week. But here's your final one for tonight from 67. This would be the Huffy, who I think of as a bicycle, Huffy Bikes. A 6-horse lawn tractor. Again, despite, I know it's black and white, but look at that, everybody. Does that look old at all? No, it looks like a lawnmower thing, doesn't it? Like a rideable lawnmower, is that what you call them? Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. I talked about it earlier in the show tonight, for those who might not have known. Who decided to join us? Say that. Who's going to be drunk? What you talking about, Lori? Anyway, here we go. For DuPage's benefit, we have a Huffy 6-horse lawn tractor. Looks like it has several attachments and whatnot you could pick up. So am I, Win a Crow. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, we're doing it. Friday Night Live is becoming a staple. We got the Monday chat show. These are the things that are in stone. Barring, of course, a Beatles show, which would take precedence. I will not be doing Friday night shows if I have a show Friday. I have a show tomorrow, so it will not be a Saturday show, but there really haven't been any Saturday shows. Monday is the chat show, 9 times out of 10, with Travis Griffin, of course. And then usually Friday is guaranteed lately, to like the last month or so, right, Sarah, has been the live listing show, which is a lot of fun because it's Friday. Why not? Kick off the weekend on the right foot. And then once in a while, I'll do a midweek extra bonus unscheduled live listing show like I did this week on Wednesday because I missed Monday's chat show because I had a Beatles concert, so I couldn't do my show Monday. And I felt bad, and I missed everybody, and I hadn't been on since the previous Friday, so I banged out a Wednesday show. You get it? But thanks, everybody. Once again, seriously, thank you very much. Oh, Win a Crow, and who else came in recently? Lori already put her Friday in. Win a Crow, throw that word Friday into our chat, will you? With a capital F and all lowercase. We'll be doing a drawing a little bit for a free item. My thank you. We did a drawing last Friday for the first time. Gave away a Linda Ronstadt Greatest Hits record. Get it, got it, good. Dawn, your first class is a 10? Oh, wow, okay. I'm sorry about that. My wife, too, was probably like 8 or 10. She's been wearing glasses her whole life, basically. There you go. Congratulations. Good luck. Got to be in it to win it, right, Win a Crow? All right, guys. Especially Mr. DePage Picker. Here's what you got. Here's your last one for tonight from the 60s. You got a Huffy lawn tractor to dissect here. So let's put up Huffy lawn tractor. My first lawn tractor I've ever listed, advertisement-wise. Should we go agricultural ads? What do you think? Yeah, because we never put anything in the what I describe as the black hole of categories, folks, just for anybody who hasn't seen this yet. You see what I've highlighted? It's a generic black hole. Advertising, print, 60 to 69. Hodgepodge, tons of, everything and anything could be thrown in there for a 10-year span. And this is just 60 to 69. You could have this for any decade. They have the same one for 30 to 39 or 20 to 29. With all the listing, I have 2,000 something print ads, probably 2,100 or so listed right now. If I have 5 in this category, that's a lot. I always avoid going into the generic black hole as I describe it. But so we'll go with agricultural. Why not? I'm pretty sure this is my first agricultural listing. Yeah, riding mower is a good one. That might be like the modern equivalent, right? Let's fill out the specifics, black and white advertisement. Just to clarify, that's what we're talking about when it says color. I'm talking about the color of the advertisement itself, be it black and white or multicolor. That's my 2 choices. Well, it has its own little pre-check. Black and white doesn't. It's original, as they all are. Brand is Huffy, right? Ad. Um, 67. 16. Now that would be impressive. Put up an ad from 1667. Rumors about this kid Columbus. No, I'm kidding. Electric Start. Look at Jeff. 1967. Agriculture. All right, everything else is the same. Yeah, let's take a look at the picture because I got some cool words coming out here. We got the electric start. We got the riding mower. I kind of dig both of those. When a crow also hindered visually, unable to see, like she probably once was able to. Yeah, I feel very bad for those. I mean, again, it's to each their, life is life, right? And some people are born can't see well, and some people can see great. I always had great vision my entire life. I guess I was spoiled until like the last 10 years or so. I've just regressed in ways I could never have imagined prior to. I went from like some of the best vision anybody could ever have to I can't read anything in front of my face. Very frustrating. Oh no, are you really? Want to crow? We'll go back to the chat. Everybody's chatting up a storm here, and I'm missing it with the stupid Huffy. 7 or 8 first time they checked us in school. The teacher noticed I was squinting. I got glasses. Oh wow. Electric Start. Long hair is a good one. Talking contacts. Anybody who doesn't wear contacts, would you raise your hand? Oh my goodness. All right. To Jeff's point and to DePage's point, let's definitely put some specifics in here. Riding mower, is that what we came up with? Riding mower. Does it say electric start in there? I didn't even read that. Me neither, Rutan. I couldn't imagine putting a contact in my eye. My God, I can't even put Visine in my eye without tears pouring down my face. Page raises his hand proudly. The few, the proud, the uncontact lenses. Now, how long did it take you to find that little icon of a hand raising? That's good work. Riding mower. Did we say electric start? Did it say something? How about 6 horse? I guess that's 6 horsepower, right? Lawn tractor. Do we have the word? Yes. Let's put 6 horse power. And just for fun, I know he's I can't fit electric starter there. There we go. Electric. Good enough, right? What do you think? I think that's good enough for a Huffy lawnmower advertisement. It really is the first. I can't remember ever doing a lawnmower. Rutan will probably prove me wrong because he likes to search in my store for stuff after I say something like that. Yes, you do. You have that. I don't think I have. Don't think I have any other lawnmower ads. Pleasant Valley Sunday, sure, great song. Written by Winter Crow. Who was Pleasant Valley Sunday written by? I guarantee it wasn't the Monkees. Who wrote it for them? That's an open question to the group. Music is always going to take precedence. It's funny on my my Whatnot that I did this just before I did this show from 4 to 5:30. I did a Whatnot show, listed some vinyl records, and it wound up being trivia. Most of the show we were shouting out things like we found like famous actors and stuff on album covers from when they were on Broadway prior to becoming famous, and this is kind of cool. So we're always doing trivia. So for tonight's, without looking it up, who wrote Pleasant Valley Sunday? It wasn't the Monkees. The Monkees didn't do anything. Neil Diamond did not. Good guess. Good. Neil, of course, wrote I'm a Believer. All right, let's list this one so we can move on to go back to the 40s. Get me out of 67. Ooh. Wrong again, Dawn. Wrong again. Very similar to Jerry Goffin, though. A partner thereof, as a matter of fact. Yes, it was Winter Crow. Thank you. It was a good one tonight. Started off with some country records. Well, Jerry Goffin was part of a very famous songwriting team, and the female half of that team went on to world acclaim. She has written songs for, aside from herself, later on, with a famous album called Tapestry. Carole King, says Dawn Wright after Googling it. Winter Crow, how do you not know that Carole King wrote Pleasant Valley Sunday? It's got to be addressed. All right, we are back to the 40s now, guys. I have so many of them. I got to get them up. So let me fix this. Get rid of the 60s. I'm a child of the 60s. I'm not anti-60s. However, when it comes to print ads. Oh, I do have a tour. Jeff looking up. Good work, Jeff. All right. Let me take you back 19 years now to the mythical May 1948 Life magazine. An absolute treasure trove of advertising glory. It's Friday night, right? Let's do a little booze. I got a bunch of booze ads. Oh, it's too big. Hold on. Before we do the booze ads, let me do a quick edit of a photo because it's too big. Anybody else starving? Want to crow Chinese tonight? I would love some Chinese. If you could spare a little. I know, it happens too often. The better the picture, the more times I have to decrease the size slightly. I'm surprised at this one, but we'll fix it. Let's get back to the booze. We might even have some Canadian booze again tonight, Dawn. On Wednesday, remember we had like a couple of Canadian things, didn't we? Or was that in my Whatnot? I'm getting confused. I'm no longer in the Mediterranean. I returned from my holiday in the Isle of Crete. Where am I now? What is my background? Oh, I'm in my palatial, I'm in my music room. Got the baby grand back there. It's always sunny here. Doesn't matter what time of day. Always bright and sunny. Notice the recessed lighting. Right there. Mexican. All right, guys. We're going to booze it up. It's Friday night. Now I have two. There you go, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that it was listed. Yeah. No, it's not allowed on that. It's frowned upon in the Isle of Crete, as is Mexican, by the way. Devil dogs. Whoa. Oh, Mediterranean diet. You're funny. I thought you meant in the Mediterranean. Remember I was in my secret hideaway on the Isle of Crete for the last show? Devil dogs are not part of the Mediterranean diet. But maybe they should be. All right, guys. We have some Ballantine ale. Ballantine ale. Let's see how many people we got. If you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up for me, I'd really appreciate it. And like I said earlier in the show, just because there's a bunch of people that came on later, here's a desperate appeal. If you know anybody that might enjoy this kind of content that you'd like to share my channel with, please do. I'm getting, I've just about at that 4,000 watch hour point for the YouTube monetization thing. I got 3 out of the 4 tick boxes ticked. The only one that still eludes me is the subscriber count, with a little short of 700, which I'm very happy with the 700. I truly am. But I need 300 more to become monetized. You want to hit that 1,000 mark. Would really be a big deal for me. So if you know anybody, I just ask, please reach out to them. Maybe just say, hey, there's this guy on YouTube if you might be interested, and spread the word. Because I love the group of people I have. I don't think I've done a good enough job on my own trying to cultivate that and, get new people, which I need to do. I need 300 more at least just to start, right? So please, that was the public service portion of the show. But if you know anybody, friends, family, whatever, that might enjoy this kind of content, just give them the word about me. I'd appreciate it very much. I love you guys. I really enjoy doing these shows. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, back to Chinese. Winter Crow anti-alcohol. Thank you. Yeah, well, Dawn will, because she is omnipresent, folks. So trust me, the word done been spread by Dawn. Be back, SOLO channel. Yeah, get me some too. A little shrimp lo mein, Jeff. A little shrimp lo mein. Mange. Hat. What is hat? All right. Last call, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's a hat down there. We'll get to that. That's a very 60. Oh, it's actually 1948. Never mind that. That looks like a Winter Crow. I'm picturing, who am I picturing that would be wearing something like that? That kind of a hat. Very 60s. Almost like a Mia Farrow looking hat, but it's from 1948, so it clearly is not a Mia Farrow hat. It looks 60s to me. It's funny. No. Guys, get in your Friday. Going once, going twice, because we're going to do that drawing very shortly. I just want to make sure everybody gets in there. We only have 10 entries for a cool free item. Just type the word Friday, capital F. No quotes. If you haven't already entered, please do. Want everybody to get a shot. A polo hat, yeah, with the bow, though. It looks like stewardesses used to wear those hats in the 60s, too. But, again, it can't be because it's 1948. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, right? Winter Crow, it's definitely a style. King crab legs. Ooh, from what? From Chinese? One of my daughters loves crab legs. All right, get your entries in. We're probably going to do this drawing any second now. Just be warned. It's 8 o'clock already. We've been on for 2 hours after an hour and a half on Whatnot. Red Hot Society. That's interesting to Paige. Oh, something you're craving, yeah? Never a bad time for crab legs. A lot of work, though. A lot of work for a couple of little shards of crab meat. I'm going to blow up the photo for everybody so we can take a look. Oh, it's not. What did I say? It's Carling's. Cool. Carling's Red Cap Ale. Hence the red cap, everybody. Anybody familiar with Carling's? There you go, Barbara. Good. I'm glad you got your entry in. I got to say it several times. I forget. But even though there is a little thing scrolling down below. But if you guys want to be considered and entered into this free giveaway, just go ahead and type Friday. And I will be giving away. What did we do last time? We didn't tell you what it was, right? Till you won. I think that was kind of cool. Jockey cap is a great expression, actually. Yes. I have this item. Jim Lloyd, welcome aboard, man. Hopefully you're not. Weren't you on that delay the other night? I hope it's not delayed tonight. YouTube seems to be behaving well. All right, let me just we'll start building this guy up, and then we'll do our drawing. Okay, so you still have another minute or so. Carlings, I think it was plural, right? Carlings. Red Cap Ale is actually what it's called. I like the bottle a lot. Red Cap Ale. Beer advertising and print. Sounds good to me. No problem, Jim. That was I thought it was a YouTube thing that they were like delayed. It does happen. Happens on Whatnot too sometimes. United States theme is beer. All right, that was simple, right? What are specifics? Red Cap Ale vintage print ad. Okay, let's take a look at the picture again. Bottle pour KW. I'm not sure what the KW means. I guess we got, well, the red cap is already, it's in the title, right? So I don't know if we need to rewrite red cap, obviously. It does say bright golden ale. But we already have red cap ale. Bottle pouring. You think that's a pillbox style? Like a Jackie O hat? I don't know. Does it look like that? KW is a keyword. Oh, keyword. Thank you. Short term. I got to get all these little abbreviations down. A TAM hat? Talk to me, Don. And make sure you get agreement from Winter Crow. Is TAM hat a thing? Does it say where it's made? Yeah, it's not a pillbox. I don't think so either. Let me blow up this image on my side, and I will try to read as much as I can. Cleveland, Ohio is where it's made, Rutan. And the little, you see the little bit of wording below the red cap. It says, Carlings comes to you in a clean, fresh, new bottle. Never used before. Well, that's always good to know. Never used again. A flavor you'll remember in a bottle you can't forget. And it's funny. I said I dig the bottle. How about the green glass? You think green glass is a keywordable keyword? Elmer Fudd. Yeah, except not with the bow. Elmer Fudd would not wear a bow. That's extremely un-Fudd-like. Rutan. Pilsner. Is it a Pilsner? How about bow? Red bow? Green glass bottle I like too. Yeah, Mothers are saying green glass. I think green glass is a good thing. So we're going to put bow, green glass bottle. Rita says it's called a toque. T-O, is that pronounced toque? Like one toque over the line? I think that's, let me fix my internal category to beverages. Speaking of beverages, cheers. Toques are what Bob and Doug wear? What is Bob and Doug? Not sure what that means. Uh-oh. We're in the world of Looney Tunes now. Isn't it funny how we get off on tangents like this? Elma has to give up his rifle, but Halo video games can keep all the weapons. Take off, What is Mackenzie Brothers? I don't know what that is either. Sorry. It's a Canadian thing? Oh, okay. Sorry. Not Canadian. Don't know things of Canada. All right. Well, I do like the bow. I like the green glass bottle. Canadian content brought to you tonight from Chicago. Close enough. Yeah, I don't know who these people are. Oh, SCTV. I remember SCTV. Oh my God! Did they? Do you guys remember Dr. Demento, the radio show? There was a show. There was a song, something with Hoser or whatever, and they would make it fun, like talking like Canadians. I wonder if that's similar. Go to the Great White North. It was like a song on Dr. Demento. Marketplace Boutique, welcome aboard. You're just in time. Why don't you type the word Friday in there for me in a comment? We're going to be doing a giveaway any second now. A free giveaway, a thank you. Getty Lee sang in Takeoff. Wasn't there something go to the Great White North? I remember a thing from Dr. Demento, and I taped it on the radio. On something with Hoser, but I didn't realize it was part of a show at the time. You'd put in hat before bow. Rather than bow? Don't I have hat in there? Oh, no, I don't. You're right. Red cap I already have. How about just putting hat bow? We have a cap in there, Winnicrow. Yeah, rootin'. So that I know the song. Is that so? That's part of a skit on the Canadian show. Is that what we're all figuring out, or at least I'm figuring out 30 years later? Anything else anybody see? I actually liked, whose idea was pouring bottle? Johnny's still watching, just silently watching. Take Off to the Great White North, which was the name of the song. Yeah, I remember the song. Do you guys remember Dr. Demento? It used to be like in America, it was like a syndicated radio show, and that's why they played like Fish Heads, you know, the song Fish Heads. And when what's his name first came out, Weird Al Yankovic, they used to have his Pac-Man Fever. He would always play like crazy weird songs. Strange Brew is a great song by The Cream. One we do in Soundcheck a lot, even though it's a Beatles show. I love to warm up with Strange Brew. It's actually a high vocal. Pilsner, huh? Is it Pilsner? Pilsner Glass. Is that what that's called, Rutan? I had put green glass. Roly-poly fish heads. Lori, eat them up. Yum. Dead Puppies. As another family. That's a Christmas time classic. Remember the song Dead Puppies? That was also on Dead Puppies Aren't Much Fun. They don't come when you call. They don't something with a ball. My puppy died. My puppy died late last June. My mother found him in the stew, something like that. I used to have all the words memorized. The Pac-Man Fever was on that. Weird Al kind of became popular on Dr. Demento's radio broadcast. The one rides the bus. Yeah, exactly. Coming back to you now, DePage. Like 81 radio. Fish Heads, Dead Puppies. Oh, They're Coming to Take Me Away, which is a great. That's from like 66 or so in a crow. They're coming to take me away. Ha ha ho. They used to play that on there. Pac-Man Fever, Space Invade. There was a Space Invaders song. All that stuff was on Dr. Demento. My Name is Larry. I don't know that. He's still rotting in the hall. Lori, look at Lori right on it. Yes. Yep. Dead puppies. Ba, 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 ba. And then they had like a big chorus at the end. Dead puppies aren't much fun. That's a fact. Destroying your evening, what, with the dead puppy talk? It's just a song. I know everybody's cluing in on that hat like it reminds them of something, but not from 1948, right? It looks like a more modern thing. That's your wheelhouse? Yeah, absolutely. High school for me. You have the record to Come and Take Me Away. Yep, that's an awesome record. Weirdest song in the world when that siren goes off. Oh my God. Dun-dun. I know you left. You left. You left. I saw you. Dawn Wright with a link. God only knows what this is. Probably the Coming to Take Me Away. Or Dead Puppies. Pencil Neck Geek, the wrestling guy. Yes. What's his name? The wrestling manager guy. Bobby. God. What's his name, Rutan? The guy with the blonde hair, the wrestling manager sang that. Pencil Neck Geek. That's actually the first time I heard Beautiful DePage. They what was the name of the other Pencil Neck Geek and Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. The first time I ever heard that was on Dr. Demento too. We're not singing the praises of a dead puppy. Trust me. Nobody loves puppies more than me. Something's in the bag. Freddie Blassie. There you go. Pencil neck geek. Everybody's, and Dawn's still on the hat. Imtolizna is the type of glass. Oh, did you really? Uck. Oh, the grandma got run over by a ran. Yeah. Fish heads is hysterical. Pilsner is the drinking glass. Gotcha. All right, so should we put Pilsner glass? What do you think, guys? What's the order here? Forget bottle, maybe? Pilsner? Should I put... Pilsner is a type of glass. I know everybody's fixated on this hat with good reason, because the same thing with me. It reminded me of something that was a lot newer than 1948, and I don't know why. We got everything from Elmer Fudd to a pillbox to a stewardess in 1966. I don't know. Meanwhile, every one of those is wrong. It's simply a red cap from the legendary Carling's Red Cap Ale. I don't need to put Pilsner glass. Why not? Just put pills. Oh, so no glass. Okay. Green bottle, pour Pilsner glass. That's good. Green bottle, pour Pilsner. Crow is saying don't use glass. Well, I can't fit it anyway. Is that good? Rutan is doing jokes now. Hold on. Piece of Christmas up for $5 jukebox and play the Jingle Bells Barking Dogs. My grandma. Yeah. That was on Dr. Demento all the time. I'm glad you guys remember this, because I thought I was the only one. It was really popular, like in high school age kids like us, which apparently Rutan and me and DePage are all kind of on the same page. And Lori, possibly. Probably all within the same general wheelhouse. Whereas, of course, Dawn was probably 2. Glass is superfluous. Unnecessary, superfluous nonsense. Is it repetitive? Is it saying the same thing twice? Is Pilsner implying it's glass? Doesn't matter, because we can't fit glass anyway. Oh, that's really cool. Do you have the 45 of that one, Crow? All right. Well, we're not using it, Lori. It's out. It's done. Let's list this one. In all this talking, let me make sure I filled out some basic stuff. Superfluous should be used a lot more. Much of what people say, if you think about it, is superfluous in general. All right, the first of these never-ending 48 ads is in the books. I would love to hear that 45. What's the artist name you said? I'm sorry, I forgot what you wrote, Monocro. Could you write it again? It's hard to keep going back and forth to the chat from the eBay screen for me. And StreamYard and YouTube. I'm sure you have a cool hat, Mother's Mustache. Ainsley. Napoleon the 14th. That's hysterical. Talk about a one-hit. I would assume a one-hit wonder, right? All right, we got lots more booze. Do we want to stay in the booze realm? Do we want to deviate from booze? Do we want to go somewhere else? You let me know. It's your show. We are still in May of 1948. We have literally, how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. 17 more ads from May of 1948, in addition to the 40-something we've already listed. So let me know if anybody wants to continue the booze route or if we want to go out into a different product line. Either one is fine with me. Henry VIII, good job doing right. I saw Peter Noon when I used to work in the World Trade Center. They used to have summer concert series in the mall in the middle. They had like a big plaza. And Peter Noon came out. Saw Davy Jones there. So the Mamas and the Papas there. So Chubby Checker there. That was awesome. I missed that. That was so cool. On a lunch hour, you'd go out and sit down and Peter Noon's in concert for an hour. It was really cool. Surprisingly good voice still. At least, well, I mean, this was in like 93, but in 93, he still had a really good voice. What do you guys think about the next realm of ads? Do we want to stick with the booze because we have a few of them? Or do we want to give something away? What do we want to do? Jerry Samuels, an American singer, songwriter, and producer under the pseudonym Napoleon 14th. He achieved one-hit wonder status. I love that song. Was it written and recorded by said Jerry Samuels? Still alive at 84. God bless. Salud. Blaze. What's on Blaze? Is that them trying to be like psychedelic or something? It was sad when some of those, no offense, but those lesser, British invasion, early British invasion bands tried to follow the Beatles pathetically and go psychedelic 3 years after they did. Some of those are embarrassingly bad. Your hubby wants booze. Far be it from me to keep it from him. All right, we'll go booze. Booze ads are good, and it's Friday night, right? I gotta see if I have any Canadian booze is even better. But I can't see enough because they're too small. Mount Vernon is not Canadian, is it? Now let's go for something, and this has nothing to do with everything I've just been saying about Canadian, but here's a brand. And again, it's too big. Let's give something away. We have 14 entries. Anybody else speak now? We're going to do it right now for 8:20. It's 8:19. You have 1 minute. If you have not typed Friday, please do in the comment field as instructed in that purple obnoxious banner that keeps going across the bottom of my face. There you go, Cajun. I think you did. Didn't you already submit yourself? Yeah, you already did, Cajun. But thank you. Anybody who has not, get yourself in there for a chance to win a groovy item. You have about 36 seconds left until 8:20. We will draw a winner. Under the name Scott David, his son's name, he co-wrote The Shelter of Your Arms. I do not remember The Shelter of Your Arms. Do you, Winter Crow? My introduction to Sammy Davis, like I bet you, me and Lori and who else? Who's all in our group? Paige and absolutely Rootin'. You guys all remember the Candyman song, Sammy Davis? Who can take a sunrise? That was my introduction to Sammy Davis, the Candyman. I loved that song when I was like 6. When did that come out? 72-ish? You could look it up. I don't use Google. I remember. You too, Weta. Congratulations. Sure. We'll lump us all into the same. Candyman, Sammy Davis. Actually, a great song. Especially and then they had the kids who can make a sunrise, singing in the background. So we all chimed in. Yes, he did, Rootin'. I'm not saying it was a quality. So it was my introduction to the world of Sammy Davis. Popeye, welcome. Talk about in the wheelhouse. Popeye's postcards. I don't know if you've been watching for a while, Popeye. We've been talking. Do you remember Dr. Demento, the radio program? You said how old you are, so you're right in our wheelhouse too. Early, like 81 high school, 82 high school. Dr. Demento radio program. It used to be on, I think, Westwood One. We were talking about great songs like Fish Heads and Dead Puppies, Hold Your Ear, Winter Crow, and Come and Take Me Away, and Pencil Neck Geek, and Space Invaders, and Pac-Man Fever. You just got in. Well, let me know if any of those songs ring a bell. We've been talking about them for like 20 minutes. And we got a bunch of paisans over here. We got Rootin'. We got, who else? Mothers, are you in that wheelhouse? DePage is in the wheelhouse. Lori is in the wheelhouse. Who else? We have at least 4 or 5. That's a great point, DePage. He did. He became groovy all of a sudden, man. Oh, I love the Rack Pack. Up in BFE, West Central Pennsylvania, had 3 channels on TV. Oh, I know. I grew up in Staten Island, New York. We didn't get cable in Staten Island until I was already out of high school. 85, I think, they finally got cable. So I never had cable it didn't even exist. We had something called WHT. If anybody grew up in the Northeast, you might remember. It was like HBO used to be an actual box you kept on your television, home box office. And so was this thing called WHT, where the Pink Floyd show, not Pink Floyd, Uncle Floyd show. Does anybody remember the Uncle Floyd show? Kind of the same thing. In fact, Uncle Floyd used to have Dr. Demento on all the time as a guest. Uncle Floyd show. I think he was Canadian, Uncle Floyd, or from Detroit, something like that. Lori also in the wheelhouse, sure. Say it proud, baby. Yep. You were oh yeah, sure. With Zappa's daughter. Moon Unit. Yeah, sure, Weta. Like I said, by the time we had cable and MTV, when did MTV came out in 81, right? Uncle Floyd's still around. Do you remember WHT, Winter Crow? Yeah, sure. Tattoo paper. Oh my God. I saw the Stones in Philadelphia on the Tattoo You tour. Yep. MTV was August of 81. Eyes Oddpole, sure, Sarah. Well, at least we're not going off on tangents, everybody. Yeah, but there's a twofer right there. Uncle Floyd. He did like how would you describe it, Winter Crow? It was like a joke version of like Johnny Carson kind of thing, like a game show, like a talk show host kind of guy. Yep. Oh, 82 tour. Yes, correct. I'm sorry. Yes, page. Yep. And then I think they released a video for Time is on My Side during that time too. They were big on MTV originally with that album because the album was so big. Start Me Up, of course. Waiting on a Friend video. Hang Fire is a great song. Good album. Tattoo You is really a good album. Grew up listening to your mom's radio station. WOR? Oh my God, sure. Well, see, I love Sinatra. Dean Martin is my mom's like favorite person in the world. I love Dean Martin. I love Sinatra. Soupy Sales, sure. Soupy Sales had a show even when on Channel 9. Winter Crow. Remember Channel 9? WOR TV in New York? Soupy Sales show. Yeah, so right. With a goofy like fisherman's hat on and like a plaid jacket. Yep. But I remember he used to have Dr. Demento on all the time, and Dr. Demento was a radio DJ guy who played all these wacky songs we've been talking about for a half an hour. Let's draw a winner. John, put your name. Type winner. What's the word? Type Friday in my comment, please, for your chance to win. We're doing a little giveaway. Anybody else that just came in? Anybody else who hasn't done it yet? We got 25 watching. We only got 13 entries. Got to win free stuff, guys. Come on. Type Friday. Yeah, but that's two totally unrelated. Tom Jones really, I respect his ability. His vocal range is incredible. Oh, Channel 5 was he on? Yeah, NEW. Svengali and WGN. Oh, yeah, that's Chicago stuff. 40 Kiefer. Welcome. That's a cool name. Zachary. Yeah, I remember Zachary. Winter Crow. This is a Channel 9 thing or a Channel 11 thing. Late at night, black and white, this weird music, and you'd see like a picture of dirt, and this hand would come out of the dirt with this like crazy scary, I don't remember what that was called, but that used to petrify me when I was little. TV used to be scary, everybody. And then, of course, it would sign off at like midnight or 1 in the morning. You'd get the psh. Oop, hold on. I love the horror host. Tulsa called Mazepa. No problem. I guarantee you it's not postcards, Popeye. So if you win, it's not a postcard. But that's awesome. Because you need another 4,000, right? Knowing when to say when, not in everybody's mind. Sven is still going strong. God bless Sven. Chilla Theater, yes. Anybody remember Chilla Theater? Hee Haw, sure. Do you guys remember? This might be a New York thing. Did you guys have Wonderama growing up? Bob McAllister, Wonderama. It later became way later. There was a show called Kids Are People Too, which was like a spin-off of Wonderama. Because the end of Wonderama, there was a song called Kids Are People Too. But I think Wonderama might have been a New York thing. I don't remember. I never noticed it had six fingers. The thing used to freak me out. It had the most crazy music too. Almost like a sort of a poor man's Twilight Zone kind of thing. Nope, not Peanut M&Ms. Sonny Fox. Wonderama. You remember that, Lori? Sure. Are you from New York area, Lori? Deal Finder, welcome aboard. Coming out of nowhere, Deal Finder. Deal Finder, did you write Friday in there for me? Chuck McCann was the clown, wasn't he, Winter Crow? Romper Room was a big thing when I was little, too. And Joya's Fun School was on Sundays. The only thing that was... And Davy and Goliath. The claymation. Does anybody remember Davy and Goliath? Used to be on Channel 9. It was like claymation, just like Rudolph, like the Christmas stuff, the puppets. Davy and Goliath. Davy. Chuck McCann, wasn't he a clown? Winter Crow. Kids of People 2 was on Chicago. Yeah, that was like it was a spin-off of Wonderama page. But that was like the 80s, wasn't it? Like 79 or 80? With something Young was the guy's name. I forgot his name. Bob Young, John Young. Sherman Oaks had a plastic head. I don't know that one. Holy comments. Hold on. Aardvark song. Nope. Sandy Becca. Thanks. No, I won last week. Yes, and did you receive said freebie, Deal Finder? I'd like to know if it was received safe and sound. I sure hope so. Clear out the antique booth today. Oh, all right. And you had to pull over, right? It would be rude. How do you not? McCann. I know exactly I know who he is. Bob McAllister, Winter Crow. Remember Bob McAllister? I know you're a little older, but Bob McAllister was the MC of Wonderama when I was growing up. And it's so funny. Everybody in the audience used to wear a necklace with a Lender's bagel, and you had your name on it. Electric Company, sure. We'd, of course. And who started the Electric Company? Well, two very famous people started an Electric Company. One ridiculously famous person was in an Electric Company. Yeah, Davey was the religious one. Yup, Deal Finder. Giggle Snort Hotel. Why does that sound familiar? I'm not familiar with Caboose. You left an antique mall today after being there for 8 months. Oh, wow, really? Yeah, I remember you were in there. Yeah, that's out of control. Not even worth your time at this, especially with Whatnot. Gangbusters, right? Oh, Gumby, of course. Not Gumpy, Gumby. Yep. Decent experience in the booth. Just couldn't say no, Popeye. You did not receive the album. It's media mail, which might just be really slow. Sorry. Let me know when you get it, please. I want to know it's safe and sound. You, Kevin McAllister? I don't know who that is. There you go. Exactly. You'll blow them out in a week after spending, what, $300 a month or something for the booth? Boomerang, Toomerang? No, I don't remember that. Sonny Fox, the one. Yeah, I know McAllister wasn't the first one, but I remember the 70s one. Yeah, Winter Crow is Winter Crow. Popeye would be wasting his time at this point sitting in a booth. Nope, close. Actually, not close at all, but. The Electric Company, a very, 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 very famous actor, voice actor, was on Electric Company in the early 70s. How about Zoom? You guys remember Zoom? Zoom was another show from the early mid 70s that I used to watch all the time. You had Sesame Street, you had Electric Company, you had Zoom. Big Blue Marble was another one. Anybody who's in my wheelhouse will remember all these things, I hope. Oh, that's awesome. Remember The Fog? I remember seeing that. Yeah, time to bail, right? You're paying triple that in rent. What is that from? What is that a show? Kevin McAllister, Home Alone. Oh, 200 a month. Yeah, exactly. Waste of time. Plus your time getting there and the frustration of not selling anything. I would have been out too. Zoom. Deal Finders with me on Zoom. Zoom was a great show. They all had striped shirts. Ooby Doo. Yeah, I remember that. Shh, I won't tell anybody. You've not heard of these shows. Well, you're in Oregon. Banana Splits, absolutely, Lori. And Sigma Sea Monsters. We've talked about these before. What was the one with the magic hat? H.R. Puffin stuff was huge. I'm Just a Bill, of course. Absolutely. Legendary. That was in between each show. You'd see the little cartoon. I'm telling you, Winnie Crow, just to sidetrack, Winnie Crow, who has her own physical shop in parts unknown in New Jersey, beautiful little place called Horse Feathers that we may or may not have visited once or twice before. You should really do Whatnot, Winnie Crow. I think you'd do great on Whatnot. You have such a nice variety of stuff. You could do it right out of the shop. While you're waiting for people to come in, you could be giving stuff, not giving it away, but you know what I mean, auctioning it off. You should really consider it. You don't have to show your face or anything. You just have an overhead thing with your phone and talk. And I bet you'd sell that whole building out. You've been listening to Old Sesame Street? That's cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, like a line. Yeah, Zoom was really cool. HR Puff and stuff, absolutely. The Double Deckers. The Bugaloos. We're here and there and everywhere. Remember the Bugaloos? They were dressed like bees. Oh, Lady Elaine. Yeah. Of course, Mr. Rogers, sure. The trolley and King Friday. I always wanted that trolley. I used to love seeing the trolley go into the tunnel. Lidsville, yes, I remember that. 3 is imagined. You grew up in Florida. Oh, okay. Oh, get out of here. The actual gentleman, Sid and Marty Croft? Well, Marty of Sid and Marty Croft? Yes, it was. Very good, Weta. Morgan Freeman, Lecture Company. And another very famous actress who was super famous already by the time she was on there. Hey, you guys. Puerto Rican actress who was in, very famously, West Side Story. Oh, I would love to. I haven't seen, I swear to God, man, I haven't seen that since it was on. It's like anything else. It would probably stink now. If you watched it now, it would be nothing like you remembered, right? Catherine, welcome. Gumby and Pokey, Davy and Goliath, absolutely. Hazel, sure. The maid. I love Star Trek. I'm not a Trekkie or anything, and I only know Star Trek. I don't know any of the new ones. I didn't watch any of those other ones, but I do love me some Star Trek. Hazel, Don't Eat the Daisies. Remember that, Catherine? I just like Don't Eat the Daisies. Family Affair was great. Brian Keith. And what was the doll's name in Family Affair? Mrs. Bigsley? Bibsley? 45,000 postcards, all state top happy with Dawn. I rented a storage unit there, set up there. Wow. That's a good, yeah, I think it was something like that. Get yourself an iPad. They're cheap now. You don't need a phone. No, you don't. Seriously, Marketplace. You don't. You don't have to show your face at all. I guess you can if you want, but for most of the stuff, I mean, I know John certainly with Popeye, he's just flipping through postcard after postcard, and you basically you get some sort of apparatus where you can like hang your phone so it's looking down on a desk. That's all I do. And you just talk, and you could play. The wonderful thing I really love, you could play music. You do it I don't know why. That's not copyrighted, but like I played Zeppelin Physical Graffiti all night tonight on my Whatnot for an hour and a half. I played the whole album without a problem, and people were digging it, which is always cool. Oh yeah, big time. And you're still making, when you spent what, 5 cents on a dollar, right, or whatever. Lady Elaine, yeah. All these shows and stuff, yeah. Great point to Paige, absolutely. Oh, it is. Please, he's a machine. Oh, Land of the Lost, of course. Really, that's cool. Did he really? Listen, don't say anything. We got this show coming out. The Slee Stacks. Easy Rita. That's right. Rita Moreno. Correct again, Rita. That was the Hey You Guys. Yep. Page. They were both on, both from Goonies. That's a movie I have not seen also. I don't see Mrs. Beasley. That's it. What did I say? Billingsley? Lori, did you have a Mrs. Beasley? Tell the truth. Yep. Lecture Company. Honeymoon is my favorite show of all time, by the way. Number one. Funniest show ever. Period. There is no argument there. You never watched the show? Flying Nun, sure. Rather send someone else my stuff and let them do it. That's not a bad idea either. Are you talking about mine or are you talking about John's? Yeah, mine was fun. Thank you. I did records tonight. I go back and forth between like ephemera kind of stuff and records. I love the records just because I love records and I love music. But I would do just about anything. I hope John does some ephemera soon. I know he's got some cool photos and stuff. Friend Ontario, Stanley Levitt, who sells on eBay. Not sure how close you are to Ontario, but you could track him down. There you go. See if he'd sell you bulk cards. Got a contact on Dynamite magazine, sure. A Banana. Wasn't there a Banana magazine too? Like a rock teen Banana, I seem to remember. Hey, it's all the same. It's Canada, Dawn. You got to realize us idiotic Americans view Canada as just one little place that's all close. Every Canadian is right next to each other. Whoa. Who died in your garage? Oh, sure. Tomorrow's show. Yep. I remember when Kiss was on. You ever see that episode when Kiss was on Halloween? I used to love Kiss. John, Kiss? Phantom of the Opera? Alive 2? Destroyer? Come on, John. He says he's a metal guy. He's about my age, and I'm sure he loved Kiss, I hope. I agree 1,000,000,000%. One of my, actual idol. I love Jackie Gleason. I can recite just about every line from every Honeymoon is Up. See, the thing in New York, again, growing up was on Channel 11, which is you guys, I know the numbers are different throughout the country, but you had ABC, CBS, NBC, right? And then you had a couple of local stations. In New York, they had Channel 5 and Channel 11, WPIX and WNEW. They were the local channels, right? Local news. Well, they had Wonderama was on Channel 5, was a local thing. Kiss was on, the heck was it? Oh, remember when, also another thing with Kiss, just really quickly, do you guys remember when Kiss was on with Jerry Lewis, the telethon? That was awesome too. Stanley Levitt? Toy ads on Pop Culture and Dynamite. Yeah, that's great call, DePage. There's a bolo. I know. Who died in your garage? Of course, Winter Crow was intrigued. Joan Davies was much funnier than Lucy. You think so? Oh, remember the Lucy show? Banana, yeah, it was a magazine. I remember that. Bananas. Mrs. Beasley. Oh, she died in your garage. Uh-oh. Mistakes were made there, Lori, huh? You had the Kiss records on 8-track? Yeah, I know. Winter Crow told me she worked with Kiss. That's wild. They're at the end of the rope, unfortunately, the end of the road and rope. Phantom of the Park, yep. That was on a Halloween. Yeah, that's so cool. Oh, you met him? That's cool, too. I saw them a bunch of times. Kiss on the Midnight Special, absolutely. Didn't they do Strutter? Tiger Beat, sure. That's you're going to find your Partridge Family kind of stuff and Sean Cassidy and Sherman, what's his name? Bobby Sherman. Topper, fussy old guy haunted by Georgia marrying ghosts, also a ghost of Neil and sleeping out. All died on an avalanche. Kiss on 8-track, awesome. I've had Kiss on everything. I got Destroyer when it was new for my birthday. I remember that. Fraley's Comet's acceptable, I may or may not have seen them. I don't remember if I saw them. That was 88, 89, 87, 88. They had a couple of records, right? I think I saw him there on a show with them. Oh, yeah, Lucy. I mean, come on. Any Carol Burnett people out there? Willie Ames, sure. Bay City Rollers, sure. One of the guys from Bay City Rollers just died, the singer, right? Sister Saturday Night. Bobby Sherman, yeah. Here's a shameless plug for myself again, but I do for the last couple of years prior to doing this whole Jiminy Flip It thing, I'm in Beatlemania, right? As everybody knows, playing concerts all over the country. Well, we had similar to this. We had a chat show we developed when the whole virus hit, because we weren't doing any shows. So I came up with the idea, let's do a chat show, and we had similar thing. We had a bunch of fans from our band come on, and we would do Beatle chat, all the 4 members of the band, and we had a lot of guests on. And one of the guests was not Bobby Sherman, but you guys know who. If I could think of his name now, as it escapes me suddenly, I was going to bring up a great point. Sugar, the Archies. Give me 1 second. He's from Staten Island, by the way. One second. We had him on as a guest. It was really cool. I have a video I was going to show everybody, but I can't play the music, can I? I just realized. I'm so used to Whatnot where you can play whatever you want. Honey, what's the guy from the Archies that we had on? He produced all of Barry Manilow's records. The heck is his name? Honey? And the one time I need Mrs. Flippett to hear me and she doesn't hear me. Singer of the Archies. I don't know why I can't think of his name suddenly. Ron Dante. Ron Dante was on a Beatle chat show. We got to interview with him. So cool. He did a lot. He did a lot of jingles, radio jingles for commercials. I'd like to teach the world to sing. He made that song. He produced all of Barry Manilow's records, and he was a guest on my show for like an hour and a half. Really cool guy. He's from Staten Island, where I'm from, and he spent a lot of time with us. And Mrs. Flippett sent him an order of Raylene's cookies, the cookie company that we have. We shipped him some cookies, and he loved them. I had no idea. Of course, I knew he sung the song. I knew that he was involved with Barry Manilow, but I didn't know he produced every record. I didn't know that he wrote all those jingles. So it was a really interesting interview. Yeah, that was mandatory. I was must-watch TV, Carol Burnett show. Vicki Lawrence, yep, still good. Yeah, Sugar Bear cereal, sure. He had like a sweater on. Yeah, both gone now. Isn't that sad? I mean, does your band go back to biological? That's funny. We don't do fall in our show. Playing tomorrow night. Shameless plug. Dangerously close to Winnicrow territory in Englishtown, New Jersey, Winnicrow. However, it is a private event closed to the public. So I cannot disclose the exact location, but it's in Englishtown, New Jersey. Doing a private show. I can't wait. I have to get up. I have to leave my house at 7 a.m. to do a rock and roll show. What kind of rock and roll is that? But I do. Oh, God, the solo records were awesome. Yep. And then Pop, I remember Destroyer came out after that. That was the end of Kiss to me. Destroyer was the last album with Peter Criss and Ace, and you got I Was Made for Loving You and disco songs, and I was like, oof. And then that was it for Kiss. I mean, I still like some tracks. There's a track called Charisma on Dynasty that I love. X-Ray Eyes I like. But the other songs are just what's the Ace song on there? They do 2000 Man, the Stones song. That's what I like on Dynasty, but that's my last album, 79. Yep, Honey Honey. Was he really? Does your wife list with you? No, she does not, Marketplace. I am a one-man eBay machine. However, she assists with things like she talked about it earlier. Well, she's certainly going to now. We have a couple of businesses, but she has a thriving home bakery where she does these beautiful designer cookies, and we're up day and night doing the cookies and packing up the cookies and shipping the cookies, and I deliver the cookies and I bake the cookies, and it's all consuming. So between that and my shows and all the reselling stuff, we're doing good, and we're literally busy 24 hours a day. I'm not even joking. We're always doing something. And now we got the whatnot thing. But she is effective tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Tomorrow's the last really big order because she took July and August off from cookies. Unless somebody comes in with a really special request, we're not taking any new orders. So with that said, she is going to help me with physical things like setting up some ads so I could put them on whatnot, like just physically pulling out the papers and all that. But as far as being a participant in eBay, not really, and mainly just because she never has a minute to do that with the bakery. Yes, but in an undisclosed location, Winter Crow. It's not a public. It's a private event. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I have all the Kiss. Of course, the first one I bought new was Dressed to Kill, which is the black and white, and the standing on a corner on 57th Street in Manhattan. Yeah, me too, DePage. Dynasty. I was done. Once the mask came, once Peter Criss left, even though, sadly, he didn't even play on Dynasty, Peter Criss, which is sad. $1.95. Put a link in. Can you put a link, Winter Crow? You started listening to Punk after Kiss, so Punk was, Kiss's first album was 73. Dressed to Kill was 75. Hotter Than Hell was 74. Yeah. Kind of in line with punk, right? Early punk. New York Dolls, I would almost say, is sort of punk, even though it's really more of like a Bowie-esque type of thing. Oh yeah, but it's not just cookies you see Marketplace. It's like they're designer cookies. They're incredible. She could do anything on a cookie, and so she does. Men at Work came out. Oh, did you really? You got caught up with that sort of stuff? Please tell me you didn't get into, no offense, that you didn't get into Michael Jackson. Please say no. Prog rock after Kiss, really? Anybody like early Genesis? Peter Gabriel era Genesis? It's really great stuff, man. If you ever listen to that, listen to early Genesis. Peter Gabriel's voice is incredible, and they were prog rock. They were heavy, but they were also like Peter Gabriel used to play a flute, which isn't very heavy. But check out early Genesis, great stuff. I'm not talking about Invisible Touch Genesis. I'm talking about Selling by the Pound. Great, rootin'. Absolutely. Right up until Lamb dies on Broadway. I don't think they deserve her cookies yet, John. We have to get to a better point monetarily when we're going to give these cookies. Her cookies sell for $5 or $6 a piece. One cookie. They're really like artwork, and they take a long time. Yeah, punk. I mean, I got the obligatory. I like the Clash, which were kind of punk, but they were beyond punk. I love the Clash. I saw the Clash live. I liked. I got the Sex Pistols album because everybody has to have it. Dead Kennedys. Anybody remember Dead Kennedys? I used to like them. Black Flag. No, says Popeye, meaning no, I didn't listen to Michael Jackson, I hope, right? Early Genesis is great, Winter Crow. Right. But even before that, that's the last record with Peter Gabriel on it. I love me some Floyd too, Ida. Absolutely. I was cranking Wish You Were Here album. Not the song so much, the album. The song is so overplayed, but the album is phenomenal. Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Yeah, all that's garbage. No offense, that's pop Genesis. It's complete 180 from everything they were when Peter was in the band. Was not paid for. Oh, really? Is that right? There you go. Oh yeah, weren't we gonna give away something? There was some punk, I suppose, first of all. Oh, yeah, but it was already gone by then. Then you had New Wave, Deal Finder. All right, guys, you're right. You're all right. Hold on. First of all, we're going to lose this draft, right? Because I've had it sitting out there for 25 minutes. Let's see if it saves or we get the Circle of Death. We saved it. Beautiful. Let us go to our giveaway. We'll bring up our giveaway screen. There's a real surprise with this giveaway. You're a huge Devo fan. You're the one. Metallica. I have one more aside for John with Metallica. Night Ranger. The refreshments. When did Master of Puppets come out? 88, 86, 87, 88? I was working in a UPS overnight in college at UPS loading trucks. At the time, it paid like $7 an hour, which was so much more than you could get at any other job in 86, 85, 86, 85-ish. Okay, yeah. I think I was there 85 or 86 in UPS. Anyway, I was going to college and I was trying to supplement by making $7 an hour, which again was like, I don't know, what was minimum wage? $4 then? Something like that. It was good money for a 20-year-old, you know? So I'm working and I'm loading trucks at night. It was overnight. I got there at like 11 o'clock. It was the middle of winter. It was freezing. It was like a big metal barn, tons of UPS trucks and all these like belts and stuff, right? With all this stuff coming down. And basically you had to learn how to sort all this junk and put it in a UPS truck. And you were assigned certain trucks, right? Well, one of my trucks was the Staten Island Mall. It's a mall. So I had all the stores that are in malls and I'm loading trucks. The moral of this whole story is every single night for about 6 months straight in this huge metal, ice cold, refrigerated barn of UPS, worst job I've ever had in my life, second worst job I've ever had, would be cranked Master of Puppets every single night. And no matter how cool you think it is the first 10,000 times, by 10,001, let me just tell you, you wanted to throw things. It was every single night. So no offense to anybody who loves them, John. I know you love them. A lot of people love them. But I got so sick of hearing that record. And it was a tape, a cassette, every night for like 6 months while freezing to death, while not sleeping, and then trying to go to school the next morning. Awful. Black Flag. Yeah, I liked the Kennedys. I like Black Flag. 86. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. It was a new album whenever I was there. Yeah, Sandman was commercial Metallica, right? Circle Jerks. Oh, yeah, sure. Supertramp is good. I like The Cause. I just The Cause was one of my better selling records. Everybody has to have The Cause greatest hits on vinyl. It's really a great sounding record. And I forgot how great their songs are. They have really good songs. They were caught up in that whole new wave nonsense, but yeah, I don't really know enough about them. That's cool. Yeah, I know. You delve into that a little bit. Flock of Seagulls isn't new wave, is it? They were later. New wave is like, supposedly new wave was like Blondie and Tom Petty actually was considered new wave, and Devo and all those kind of bands, and Adamant. Oh, they do a version of Secret Agent Man? I never heard that. Judas Priest is still touring. I just saw a video on YouTube. He's got like this giant white beard now. Do you ever see that, Rob? Very cool. All right, guys, let's give away something, shall we? Everybody in? Anybody who hasn't typed in yeah, Dead Milkman is good too. Anybody who hasn't typed Friday, you got one more shot. We got 14 in. Adamant. Sure. I could see that. I could see you digging Adamant on a crow. Anybody want to get an entry in that hasn't entered? Otherwise, we will pull up our screen and we will pick a winner, pick a winner, pick a winner. Wow. Exploited. Yeah, but if you just listen to the music, Dawn, some of it's really good. Some of it's junk. Like any era has junk and it has greatness, you know? All right, guys. We're going to pull it up. We got 14 entries. Sarah, did you put in your Friday for your freebie? I don't remember seeing Sarah Burns writing Friday. Type Friday. That's pretty funny, Jeff. All right, guys, let's share the giveaway screen so everybody sees it's on the up and up, more or less. All right, you did. Okay, cool. There we go, everybody. We got 14 entries. Apparently, everybody says they've already put that thing in. Hold on, Popeye with more Dead Milkmen. I've never seen them live, but I do. I dig that show. I dig a lot of their music. Dog bite on my leg. Oh no, that's awesome. Oh yeah, I remember Fridays. Remember Friday night videos? All right, guys, we're gonna draw one. Are you ready? Is everybody ready? 5, 4, 3, 17, 1. Round and round she goes. Who's going to be the big winner tonight? Weeda. Congratulations, Weeda. Congratulations. Would you like to know what you've won? I'm sure you would. Let's get rid of this banner. I'm excited to announce not only have you won something, but you get to pick what you would like to win. Let me explain further. You're going to have a buyer's choice or a winner's choice here. Give me 1 second. Let me grab a second item for you.
You done?
Nope. All right, Weeda, I know the suspense is killing you. It is a winner's choice giveaway here for Miss Weeda, one of our relatively new people here on the Jiminy Flip It channel. I'm sure it's killing everybody. You can't say it anymore. Same thing that Dillfinder said last week, wasn't it? We're giving away records tonight, Weeda. We've been talking a lot about music. None of these 3 artists have been mentioned whatsoever in tonight's conversation, but I had picked that way before. No, we don't know what it is, Winter Crow. You missed. That's right. You were AWOL. We do a drawing, and then we tell them what they're going to win. It is your choice, Weeda. You have a choice between 3 albums, 3 completely different genres of music. The first up is, let's go up big. Hold on. There we go. Mr. Kenny Rogers, Greatest Hits. You know every song, whether you want to or not. You know every song. You know what I mean? You got them all. You got The Gambler. You got Lucille. I don't know what Ruby is. Coward County. She Believes in Me. Decorated My Life. Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer. Love the World Away. Every Time Fools Collide. Reuben James. Long Arm of the Law. And Lady. Lady's a beautiful song. Really good album. Professionally cleaned. Put in a brand new anti-static, which you can't see because of the green screen, but a brand new anti-static inner, and also kept in a nice clean plastic. This is my own personal album that I've had for many years. It's in great condition. That's number 1. Number 2 is something I don't even know why I own this, but I do. A hip hop, a hippity hop hop. This would be the Sugar Hill Gang. But this is not the famous song. This is from '82. It's a 12-inch single called The Lover in You. On Sugar Hill Records, as a matter of fact. It's just a 12-inch single. It will also be professionally cleaned. It's actually really clean anyway. And put in an anti-static bag. Or, at the complete other end of the spectrum, a phenomenal sounding record, by the way. The legendary Billie Holiday. This is a record from 1970. She died in 1959 of alcohol poisoning. She was a drunk, unfortunately, alcoholic her whole life. She died very young. Famously portrayed by Diana Ross in Lady Sings the Blues. That movie I know. These recordings were all done in 1958, shortly before she passed away. If you enjoy bluesy, jazzy stuff, it's phenomenal. It's a mono record. Really good condition. The spine is really good. It's clean. The record is beautiful. It's a great sounding record. It's on Columbia, Red Label. All right. Lori Like. So what is your choice, Rita? I don't even have to ask. Billie Holiday? Billie Holiday it is. Winner, winner, winner. Congratulations, Weta. Be going out on Monday morning. Congratulations again, Weta. Oh, I know. Kenny Rogers, to the point of being sick. I mean, I feel bad because it's not his fault that he became so popular and his songs were so overplayed, but the song Lady is beautiful. I sang that for my beloved wife years ago. I did a recording of that. Congratulations is right. So, we don't give away chicken scratch here in Jiminy Flip It Live giveaway shows. I'm glad you picked that one. It's a great record. Oh, come on. I knew somebody would start. First edition was excellent. Yeah, I forgot. The Sugar Hill Gang wasn't mine. That's something I picked up at an estate sale or something. Yes, good point. Please email me at jiminyflipit@gmail.com. Give me your information, and it will be sent out on Monday morning, along with all the other stuff I got to ship out on Monday morning. But thanks again for joining, Weta. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know, please, when it arrives safe and sound. Deal Finder won last week. Beautiful album, Linda Ronstadt's greatest hits. I'll look up the tracking for you on that, by the way, Deal Finder. Did we have a holiday? Yeah, we did. We had a holiday on Monday, didn't we? So maybe it's just because it's media mail. It does take a while, unfortunately. But it will get to you. But please let me know, both of you, when you receive it safe and sound. Just shoot me an email, jiminyflipit@gmail, or, comment here on the next show. But did you get that? It's Dawn, where's the link? Come on. No, I'm only kidding. jiminyflipit@gmail.com. Just give me your address, and it will go right out to you. Congratulations. I hope you cherish it. It's a really beautiful sounding record. It's a mono record. I just played it earlier today because I was setting up for my Whatnot vinyl auction this afternoon. And that was one of the records I was listening to and considering putting up, and I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't, because I'm glad you got it. Well, it is you have all Linda Ronstadt. Oh, I love me some Linda Ronstadt. And the greatest hits is like mandatory. There's 2 volumes, but it's so good. There you go, Dawn. I knew you'd be there. Thank you. I was kidding. Yeah, you got Linda's not doing very well. Don't be surprised one day shortly if we hear bad news about Miss Ronstadt. She's doing terribly, supposedly. But beautiful, voice of an angel, superstar. I think she's forgotten in the mists of time sometimes. Like, she was huge, Linda Ronstadt. Famously brought the Eagles together, kind of formed the Eagles without them realizing it. Pretty big band themselves. But it's 9:05, guys. I am going to call it a night. I've been on since 4 o'clock with the Whatnot thing and prepped for it since about 2:30. So I'm going to go get a little bit of dinner of some kind. When I made dinner in between the shows, it wasn't for me. It was for my dad and my wife. So I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, please. Great. I'll confirm that I got the email from you, Weta. And thanks again. Thanks for everybody showing up tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Winnie Crow, for showing up. Yeah, I know. That's okay. Friday night. Just gabbing away. You can't find your record player. Well, go get a new one. No, I hope you can. Yeah, Dawn is going to, I told you, Papa, I don't know if you missed that earlier. We're going to have Dawn on. I'm telling you, she's going to be a guest on. She's going to make her debut, her interwebs debut right here on my show. Like I said, she might be wearing a mask and a hood over her head, but she's going to be on. We will hear that Canadian accent in all its glory. That's what it's about. Yeah, have a great night. Have a great weekend. I will be performing live tomorrow in Englishtown, New Jersey, in an undisclosed location because it's a private event. But I will be back on Monday. I do believe Travis will be back on Monday. He was on vacation this week. I'll confirm with him over the weekend. But we should be together on Monday night on the chat show. And then I'll do another Whatnot most likely. If you guys haven't followed me on Whatnot, please do. Please definitely follow John Popeye's Postcards. For the few people who don't follow him already on Whatnot. But give him a follow. Anybody else, if you want to throw in a quick Whatnot page or whatever they're called, if you guys have one, you're welcome to throw it in there, your username or whatever. I'll probably be on Whatnot again on Tuesday at some point. So I will see everybody. Have a great, great weekend, a safe weekend. And we're coming up on 4th of July already next week, aren't we? Weekend. I think it's next week. And I have another show that weekend too. So see everybody Monday night. Thanks again for joining. Hope you had fun. I sure did. Bye-bye.